Linebacker with these arms.
And sit down.
You want big arms?
You guys come for support. It's like a fucking support group in here. Oh my god. Like I look like shit. No, I look like shit.
But I really do look
No, I'm hideous. No, I'm hideous.
I'm more hideous. Hello. Welcome to our simulcast podcast today. We have Kevin Brennan from MLC Podcast today. I don't even know where I'm looking
On assignment.
here. On assignment. And then I am Patty Rossborough with Chick Chat and my fabulous fellow host.
Fat-armed Carrie
The
Carabas.
very
Why, if you guys
fat-armed
have fat arms, why are
Carrie
you showing your
Carabas.
arms?
I'm covering mine.
I got bony legs. I'm not wearing shorts.
I got fucking fat arms and I'm hot. I'm not going to wear.
She's not going to wear a jacket in this heat.
What you got to wear is a long sleeve, easy shirt, like
No.
a cotton shirt that breathes.
What I got to wear is a
Please.
mouth fucking guard to stop eating.
It's not going to happen. So,
Well, you got to eat, don't you?
why not?
As I look at Manny.
He's eating right now, that fat fuck.
Oh, here's the thing. I got to talk about this because
ahead,
this
what?
is so ridiculous. You know,
Please.
everyone's like a victim and like, but Facebook. You know, before Facebook, wasn't anonymous?
What do you mean?
Like if you were drug and alcohol free, wasn't that supposed to be anonymous?
Yes, you weren't allowed to
So
tell.
everyone's like,
Alcoholics Anonymous, yes.
so everyone's like bragging about how fucking alcohol and drug free they are.
I know, they're not
I've been
supposed
sober
to tell them.
5 years. Isn't it supposed to be like a secret?
It's supposed to be a secret if someone else is sober and alcoholic. You can
Like
say
you
your
can't,
own self.
you can't.
No,
call
but they're
them-
looking for a fight. They think they're fucking heroes. I was never an alcoholic. Where's my fucking parade? See what I'm saying? No, it's like I never was a junkie, so I can't go like, I was never a junkie. So it's like these guys, they had a good time for however many years they were drunks or junkies. And then they stop and they go, now I'm a hero.
I pat myself on
So
the back.
they're literally having their cake and eating it too.
They're
Is
tooting
it
their own horn.
No, isn't it ridiculous? But I'm saying tooting their own horn. It says anonymous in the fucking title.
Yes.
So keep it that way.
Yeah, nobody wants
Yeah,
to
they're
hear
like
it.
bragging, like, I don't give a fuck.
Well,
Man,
they're
I want
trying-
you to go back to drinking. You're annoying.
Right, they're trying to inspire.
They
By
are.
saying,
they're,
look
they're
at me
looking.
now.
They're looking for likes because I almost say just for the likes. It's a minimum 300 likes, minimum.
But do you see that? People are like, that's so great.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
the
good for
cuddle.
you. And people lie anyway. People are lying.
They're
probably
lying.
drinking as they're fucking posting.
Right. They're lying because they can't go
No
the
one
opposite.
can
and say, "Yeah, you're
check.
a
No one
fucking
can
loser."
check. And no one says, yeah, I fell off the wagon. 3 likes. 2 down faces, 2 sad faces. But it's pathetic, you know? Like, people that I even like do it, and it's like, keep it quiet.
I listen, I've never posted that I stopped drinking several years ago.
Are you an alcoholic?
I think I am.
I
Prove
think you
it.
are too.
No, that's the thing. First of all, alcoholism is the only disease where you diagnose yourself. You're like, I think I'm an alcoholic. No doctors are involved,
No,
but it's a
you know-
disease.
you
It's a
know-
fucking sham.
It is. No, it is. I know I am.
You're
you
an
know,
alcoholic,
you know
too.
when you
Yeah.
wake up with a black eye and can't remember how the fuck you got that black eye.
And David Tell has no pants on.
Exactly.
Wait, so
But
you
is it-
think you're an alcoholic?
I am. No,
And
I
you
know
don't-
I am
But you
because
don't drink at all?
I don't because I black out, and I used to black out. And one time, my friends took pictures of the whole night, and I was like, I don't remember that. I don't remember that.
That's
I remember the
bad.
bouncers threw me out on my
Yeah, yeah.
ass, and I
Of your own
cut my
club? Of
arm.
your own bar?
Yeah, my own restaurant.
You know
She
you're
ran away
drunk
from the
when you-
cops,
I
too.
got thrown out of Carabas, and that's my last name.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
Well,
you know when you're
waking
an
up
alcoholic.
face
You don't
down.
need someone
But I used
telling
to
you.
I used to wake up in a pile of puke every fucking time I drank. I never threw up when I was awake. I only threw up when I was asleep.
I was throwing up one time. I was like, I was at my brother's. My brother was getting married the next day, my older brother, and then like I was at my friend's house in Philadelphia, sleeping on his couch, and I'm like, you know, I wasn't really comfortable anyway, so I'm like puking and swallowing it.
Oh,
Because I'm too tired to get out of bed. You know, I'm
But
too
throw
drunk
up
to get
on
out
the
of bed.
couch.
No, but that's how you die. That's how a lot of drug guys.
Swallowing
that's
it.
how a lot of rock stars die.
How'd they die?
They choke
Yeah,
on their own fucking.
Oh, Mama
or
Cass.
It fills their own lungs.
No, she
I
choked
won't
on
call
a
her
ham
a
sandwich.
rock star, but whatever
She
the
didn't-
fuck she was.
She was
was-
eating and choked.
She
to
was
death.
having a ham sandwich.
Right.
supposedly.
That wasn't
No,
vomit.
but a lot of times you can choke on your own vomit. So I even knew that what I was doing. I'm like, I should get up, but I was just too drunk, and you know, when you're not drunk, things taste different. You know. So.
Ew. That's disgusting.
I never was drunk like that. I was never an alcoholic like that. I was alcoholic like I couldn't stop thinking about it all day long. Like, when can I start?
No, because you
when
have
can I have
kids,
it?
right?
Yeah.
When
That
you
is
have
when
kids,
it started.
I basically stopped because I couldn't wait to drink when they went to sleep, especially when I lived in California. I couldn't wait till they started went to sleep. No, so I was like, my wife would be putting them in bed. I'd be opening a fucking bottle of wine. You get them for $5 at the Vons in the supermarket
The Vons.
in California. So and then I would drink the whole bottle.
But that's
I would drink the whole bottle, and I was like, I'm drunk, but that's why I knew when I was drunk, when the whole bottle,
But
half
why?
a bottle, I wasn't
Why are
drunk.
you drunk? Your wife should be the one drunk because she had to do everything.
No, she was working, so I was more staying home. I was more staying home.
wait,
So I just became an alcoholic, but I wasn't like an alcoholic because I'm never like a tailend alcoholic. You know what I mean? Like,
Did you change diapers and all that? You did?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
you did. Oh, that
can't-
shocks
I don't
me.
see that.
I don't see it either.
Even
Well,
the
I
shit
don't see a lot of shit you do.
Even the shit diaper? You change shit?
No, I would call in a specialist.
I was going to say.
Oh my God.
No, you do what you got to do. I got to eat my wife's pussy. Do I want to? No, but you got to do it.
Yeah.
You don't like it?
I don't like anything.
He doesn't like it.
Well, I always thought that's a weird thing for people to like anyway.
Well, you've eaten one, haven't you,
I
Patty?
did eat one. It was
I can't.
horrifying.
I wouldn't eat
Horrifying
one.
and
You
smelly.
could have a gun to my head. I'll be like, blow my fucking
No,
head
that's
off.
different. When you're aroused, it's different. Once you're not aroused, it's a fucking.
Wait a minute. When you're aroused, then it's good?
No, then you don't care. It's like
You
want to
get laid.
You know, you
have
do
to
it
do
when
what
you
you
gotta
gotta
do.
do.
It's like my kids can't have a dirty diaper, so I got to change it. Do I like it? No.
Hey, speaking of which, I listened to your podcast, last week's podcast. What the fuck is happening upstairs? Someone's being dragged across the floor and murdered. You said that you would rather be in prison than bang a woman your own age, or you'd rather fuck a guy. Is that true?
I didn't know you were going to be here this week, Patty.
Patty.
So hurtful.
No, we were talking about.
No, don't fucking backpedal.
I'm sure you're taking out of context.
I don't.
Wait, first of all, how old are you?
I'm old.
How old are you?
Are you over 50?
Yeah, I'm over
Okay.
50.
Are you 60?
No, he's like young.
60,
He's not. He's
55?
like 51 or 52 tops.
Okay.
I look good. Listen, I just worked with a guy. I just worked with a guy this weekend. It was like 3 years older than me, and like the audience would believe that he's my dad.
Well, look, here's the thing with Irish.
I'm not going to name
Here's
names
the
'cause
thing
that's
with
my other
Irish.
show, Burning Bridges on the Cumbia Network. Sign up.
So you save up.
Here's what happens with the Irish. They
Yes.
look amazing, and then all of a sudden, one day they wake up and they look like the inside of an asshole.
Okay,
Their
you know I'm Irish, right?
Their skin just cracks.
Not mine though.
it's
My
white.
mom still looks good. She's 84 or something.
All right,
I just
you're
saw
an
her.
exception.
She don't look her
you
age
too.
either.
But
No,
you're
it's,
half
everything.
Italian, aren't you?
No, everything's Irish. I got
Oh,
a little
really?
Dutch and a little German in there.
Well, then I'm wrong. I guess
My
I'm wrong.
sister just
Sounds
did
like a pound cake.
Ancestry.com, so I
you
thought
have
we
a
were
little,
all Irish.
Oh, yeah. If you go back, everyone's got a little something. If you
a
go
little
back
something,
far
something.
enough.
But maybe you would fuck a woman before you went to prison, your own
Or
age.
how about
yes.
maybe you'd fuck a woman before you'd fuck a guy?
Come on,
Can
even
we
an
go
you'd
there?
fuck an old woman before you'd fuck a guy. Let's come on. Come on, Kevin
So
Brennan.
what are my choices?
You could fuck a handsome young guy or a mediocre
My
older
age,
woman.
me, a fat
If I was
older
drinking,
woman.
I could fuck anybody. So let's put it that way. I think I was saying in the context of like I think we were talking about like dating. No, because Mike Gaffney was on and he's dating. So he said we asked him how old are the women that you're dating, and I said
They're all 20-year-olds.
And then Vinny goes, no, and he's not. Come on. Then he said Vinny goes, well, are they your age? And Mike's like, come on. So I mean, because I guess Mike's 40 something. I don't know. You don't want to. First of all, if you're in show business, you don't want to date women your own age.
Why?
Because that's like fucking Match.com. It's like that's why you're in. I mean, one of the reasons of being in a show business, you can get women that
half your
that
age.
maybe you shouldn't be getting.
Right,
You know what
that
I mean?
you are.
Because
right.
first of all, like
if you were normal.
I've dated women that like were out of my league basically, but like they don't. Nobody.
He can't even form a
can't
fucking
remember.
sentence. That's
No,
how
I took-
fucking old he is.
I'm a little groggy. I had too much
You're
NyQuil.
old.
No, but the point is, I am old. But the point is that
Here's the
women,
thing.
No, women are attracted to a guy who gets up on stage. If he's not a fucking, if he can get a laugh, they're
Well,
attracted
listen,
to them.
it goes both ways.
Even
'cause-
if they shouldn't be, like if I was if I was an accountant, yeah, would I be fucking women my age? Absolutely. And I'd
Right.
be tabulating them debits
Right.
and credits.
It's true.
Well, when I first got separated from
How old was Jane when I started dating her? 20.
Yeah,
Who's
she was a
Jane?
baby.
20. I was 37. She had big tits. She was 20
Yeah,
and a
that's fucked
lesbian. She fucked me for 6 years.
Because she thought you were going places.
I
but
know,
listen.
but still, when you do stand up, they think you're somebody. They think like at least you can go, oh yeah, he's a stand up comedian. Like watch. He's
Look,
pretty
I
funny.
saw Todd Barry the other day
Todd Barry.
with a fucking hot Asian girl.
He always would go for the cute girls, and I never.
And she was
fucked-
with him.
Well, Asian girls will fuck really some ugly guys. Come
They
on, let's be
will.
honest.
They will.
I've
will.
seen
They're
Asian
troopers.
girls will overlook a lot of shit.
They are
That's their
troopers.
culture. They're taught to overlook
No, if they don't
ugly
wanna date,
shit.
If they don't want to date Asian guys, they got to date who they can get white wise.
Well, no, they like money. I don't know.
Right.
I'm
Todd
acting
don't
like I
have
know
no money.
Asians.
Todd doesn't
Todd
have
don't
money,
have
but
no money.
maybe because he's funny on stage.
He's not that funny.
All right. Well, I don't know then. I
I
don't
think
know
it's-
why.
I
Here's
know.
what I
I
think
just
it is.
saw him. He's not that funny.
Unless-
He's a joy. Let's put it this way. He's a joy to follow. He's an absolute joy to follow. If I ever, in my next special, I'm like, Todd, can you do a guest set before I go on to get him just in the right mood?
I remember Todd when I was on that show with Jon Stewart. He was dating one of the cute young interns from that show, and she was adorable. And then he fucking broke up with her. I said to her, "You're telling me that guy that looks that fucking even when he was young, he looked the same." I go,
And-
"That guy
so-
who's semi-ugly broke up with you, a cute
Don't
young
say
20."
semi. Don't throw semi in there.
I mean-
But
Yeah.
and so let's say it's his personality, but he doesn't have one of those.
No, he doesn't have that either. No, I don't understand. I think it's just sheer balls. I think if the guy has the balls to go after the girl, you'll try 20 girls. One girl will be stupid enough to say yes.
Right.
That's how it works.
Plus, women will date anybody. I mean, you
I won't
basically-
date anybody.
I won't.
Yeah.
Patty.
My fiance's listening.
No,
You better
but your
fucking watch
your
yourself.
first husband.
No, I'm not saying
my
it.
first
I'm
husband.
saying you learned your lesson. I think.
Right,
I mean,
yes, I think
Well, I
so.
have made mistakes.
well,
in
when
the
you're not at
past.
the house, does Kevin put on flip flops like he's like,
probably wearing
like a
your
regular guy
underwear.
puts on women's underwear?
He's
He's like,
wearing underwear.
I say I hate flip flops, but I really put them on when no one's around. I'm a half a fag. That's what I'm trying to tell everybody. I wear flip flops when it gets warm out and no one's around.
I can't.
People don't even know what I'm talking about.
I know it's just
Patty's first husband. You guys all know the backstory. Patty's first husband was gayish, and then
Yeah, for 2 years it was
So-
an experiment.
so yeah, he was experimenting in the lab with different kinds of dicks,
Different cock.
and then so then this her
Patty
fiance-
didn't know.
her
She
next
thought-
husband,
he
her
fucked
fiance.
her twice and never fucked her again, and that was your first fucking red flag, Patty.
it was it.
He fucked you twice the first night.
No, just the whole
In 5
5
years.
That was
I
the
can't
red
even
flag.
remember the joke.
Patty's got the most
What's the
ridiculous
jo-
story. She told the first time she was on our show.
What?
She was like telling these stories. I was like, oh my god, like. What time they were? Remember when he was? And then you went downstairs. He was like oiling his baseball mitt.
He got mad at me about that because he got up right after we finished. And I'm
No,
like,
you weren't even finished. He said he
gotta go.
he kept saying, "Okay, get ready," and then he said, "I'll be right back." And then a half hour later, you were all ready. You went downstairs. He was like oiling his mitt.
Oh my god.
I go, what are you
And that's
doing?
not, that's not a red flag.
He goes, I'm oiling my baseball mitt. I'm like, why? I don't understand. Then,
I'm ready.
She's waiting there like
Well,
this.
I mean, he is some kind of man if he gave you 2 kids, though. Some
Yeah.
kind of man.
Yeah.
Remember Mike Sweeney?
yeah.
Everybody thought he was kind of faggish, you know.
Well, he got married. And
I know. He has
That
3.
doesn't
no,
mean
he's like,
anything.
No, I know, but people go like, "What about Mike Sweeney?" I go, "I think he's just like, I think he's smart. He's just like,
metrosexually kind
no,
of
but
guy.
then what, he had,
Like Buddy Fitzpatrick.
no, he ended up having he
Stop
had,
with Buddy
no,
Fitzpatrick.
he ended up having 3 sons. I go, "Is that even possible?" Because you'd think he would have all girls.
Why? Because
Right.
he's effeminate?
Yeah. No, why? I think Buddy Fitzpatrick is gay.
No, I know him. No, he
What?
he
You know
loves
him.
sex.
I'm
Wait,
not
isn't his
going by
wife
you.
gay? Isn't his wife gay? Didn't his
Isn't
wife
it
just
Patty?
go gay?
No,
I
Patty's
think
best friends with him.
I'm not
She's
going to
a
say what his
fag
wife is.
She hangs
But
out.
I don't
with
think-
No,
fags.
didn't his wife just leave him because she was
I
gay?
think something like that.
What do you mean something like
Well,
that?
I don't know if he's out. If his wife is out, maybe we don't want to
Oh,
say
she's
that.
out now.
See, this is the anonymous part comes in, Kevin. This is,
What happened? Oh
Manny.
my God, Manny, turn that down. By
I
the way,
know people are always surprised by their phones. Everyone's like, "Oh my God, that's my phone? Yeah, it's your fucking phone." My wife does that all the time. Like, whose phone? I'm like, "It's your phone, you dumb twat."
stop
oh
calling
my
your wife a
God.
twat. How much? Okay, we'll get the comments in a second. How much younger is your wife than you?
She's gorgeous, by the way.
11
She's
years.
sexy and hot.
Oh my
and
God, she's
beautiful.
that Latina, beautiful.
Yeah.
11
And
years.
she's with this guy, Mr. Happy.
My wife's got a good personality. I've married her for her personality. She's got a good personality.
Okay, but if she were 20 years older with that personality, it
Oh,
wouldn't
wait.
have happened.
What would happen now? What's going to happen? First of all, your dick's not going to
First
do
of all,
that.
I'm closer to her age. I'm closer to her mom's age than I am to I
Okay,
am to my
good.
wife's
But
age.
when she now reaches
Because she's
your
Hispanic,
age,
so I'm
We get it.
so
We get it.
so if I had a choice between my mother-in-law and my wife or a dude, anyway.
so stupid.
Whoa!
Look, so when your wife hits your age, and
Yeah.
then you're going to be 20 years older, are you going to still want to bang your wife?
What? What is the
You
question?
won't be
I
able
know.
to bang.
No, good. Tell me, what is it?
Will you still
When
be
your wife
attracted?
hits 52
When?
years old.
Yeah, I'll be able to fuck her because you don't. It's like if I don't see her for 10 years, maybe. But if I see her every day, if it sneaks up on me, I'm like, whoa, what the fuck is that? That's your wife. I go, oh shit. Like if I go to jail for 10 years, I come back, I'm like, oh, blah, blah. But
how do you
but if I
know?
see her every day,
Yeah.
it doesn't. It sneaks up on you. You know what I mean?
Nice.
So it's I'll be like,
No, I understand that because my husband packed on a few pounds, and I'm like, oof.
I look great. I fucking exercise all the time. I can't even believe it. Like I wish, but I don't even want to date other women because I like even if I left my wife,
Why don't you
dating
just-
other women would be a night because I talked to Florentine about it
And
he
how's
says
his
it's
sex life?
he says it's a nightmare and then plus I don't like people like that anymore.
What do
you
you
know
mean?
what I mean?
What people you mean hoary women?
No, I don't like I was telling somebody the other day, like since I have my kids, like I don't like grown-ups, you know what I mean? I like my
Right.
kids. Like I love my kids. So if I was with another woman and like I fucked her or whatever, and she's like, "Do you love me?" I'd be like, "I love my kids." You know, like I don't you're all right.
I think you should
Because
just.
people are fucking crazy. Here's another thing I'm learning from all this podcast shit. People are fucking nuts to deal with. Like
Yes.
people think I'm crazy, but like everyone's weird. Like people
No.
are just grown up people. They're fucking
Yes,
weird.
They don't
are.
get
But
back to
I
you.
mean,
This guy
he's
ghosted
private.
me.
Yeah,
This
that's
guy
bad.
came from fucking Idaho. Adam, do you know this guy? No.
He's
So
one
he
of
was the guy
Kevin's
who,
fans.
He's the guy who wanted to get he's the guy who wanted to get branded.
Oh well, no wonder he's
No, but I
weird.
met him. He came to the show on Saturday. I was in New Jersey, so he flew into I guess Newark, and so he came to my show on he came to my show, and
He paid. Did you?
no, I got him. I just sat him with
okay.
me. He was by himself. Of
Did-
course, he's a
did he get
loner. All my fans
branded?
are loners, you know, and fucking
That's
John Wayne Hinckley's and
Yes,
fucking
right.
Son of Sam's.
Right.
Yes, and he was supposed to be here today. What
No,
happened?
so then I texted. I said Saturday night. I said I'll text you tomorrow. I don't text him. I email him. You know, he gave me his phone number. I'm not gonna fucking text him.
That's
'cause
kind of girly if you did that. If you
no,
called
I'm
him.
just doing by email. So anyway, he's a nice guy and everything. But then I emailed him last night. I said, "You gonna come to the show?" He goes, "Yeah." And then he sent me an email like, I know it's late. Like I didn't get back to him last night because I went to bed. Then I woke up. I saw he had sent some emails last night. Can I still come? I said, "Yeah." And I sent him like the address, like 3 different emails. Then he's ghosted me. That's I'm like, I can't take it.
That's mean.
No, he's not doing it on purpose. Maybe he's coming.
Maybe
but,
he's
but
lost
just-
or he got stabbed and
no,
killed
but
in
he was
Manhattan.
gonna bring a buddy. But it's, like, the point is, like everybody does that shit.
I
Like
know.
now with the emails, like I get the fucking email from Patty or she communicates through Facebook. Where are you, diva? I'm like, first of all, call me.
I don't have your
can't.
number.
Yeah, you do.
Wait, give it to. What is it?
I texted you the other day. You have my fucking
You
number.
know what though? You know what you
Or
fuck-
have Adam call me. I'm
I like
I'm
that
at the
he's-
7-Eleven with a bunch of hoodlums.
Wait,
or walking up the line getting chicken wings. Who gets chicken wings at fucking 7-Eleven
like
in
that
the
he's yelling
afternoon?
at me.
Here's what Kevin fucking does.
Half an hour late.
He'll have a full-blown conversation texting, and I'm like, I'm driving. I can't be fucking answering this guy.
Exactly.
So I'll call him back, and it'll go to voicemail. He's like, I'll call you back when my kids take a nap.
Because I don't want to have you yelling at me while you're on the LIE.
Why are you yelling that?
Fucking answer. Answer the fucking phone.
Carrie
I hate when
wants
people do that.
Okay, I know
But
what
you're
you're
not the only
doing.
one.
You call me because you don't want to whatever. Vinny
Crash
Brandt does the
the
same
fucking
thing.
car.
Vinny Brandt doesn't want to text because he's in his car. His car is like where he makes his phone calls. He's got some time to kill. It's quiet. He calls me and then he's like, "Why don't you pick up?" I'm like, "Because I can't talk. I'm with my kids, or I'm taking a shit or whatever. I don't know. A lot of times I'm doing stuff."
You can talk when you're taking.
I don't really. A lot of people.
Yeah, but
do
that's
that.
why I can't. I don't like to.
I don't like to
I like
either.
to relax. I like to be relaxed. I don't have Vinny telling
But
me
you know,
where
then-
he's going to cut my money again.
Then I'll take the phone and
I
I'll
got to open for what's that guy? Who'd you just
Which
guy?
one?
The guy was gay. Who's gay?
Buddy
Buddy
Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick.
He's not
He's just-
gay.
He's just short.
and
He's just
Patrick
thin.
Fitzbuddy.
When men are thin, people think they're gay because he's well dressed. He wears a
No,
jacket.
that's
his
not
hair-
why, Patty. That's not
You
why.
guys, you guys are outing people you're friends
What-
with.
I
can't even
think
believe
he's
this.
not
You're gonna see him
gay.
at Christmas party.
I know.
But you're friends with me. You can say you're just goofing,
I
right?
don't, no, I'm just goofing. But
But
I
his wife,
think-
his
I
wife
think.
turned. I know his wife turned gay because he talks about it in his act. Don't
Oh,
he?
he does? Okay.
Don't he talk about it in
I
his
don't
act?
I don't know if
No,
he does.
I don't know.
Does he?
Does
Oh,
he?
he does? Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay,
then
good.
that's out.
She's out.
Yeah, so she is gay.
What are you?
Who's
Jay
that?
who?
What are you doing with your finger?
Shame on me.
Jim Gallagher's in the audience today.
Yeah, what about him? We all thought he was gay. And he's not gay? Well, how do you know if he's ever sucked a dick? Oh.
Yeah, well, like he's going to tell you. How, like that guy, what's his name? Aaron Hernandez. That
Oh
guy.
my God, that's a good story.
How's that fucking crazy story? You're Mr. Sports.
I
That
could
must have
see-
fucking
I could
thrown
s-
you.
I could see why he would kill somebody. No, that's why he said he killed the guy
because
he knew he was
he was
bisexual.
bisexual and he thought it was going to come out. He murders someone for that.
Plus, he always
you know
had,
the story,
like, he
Carrie,
always
with the
had
sports guy?
He always had anger issues, even as a kid. So maybe because he was like bisexual, he was like mad because he was a big time athlete, and they can't be gay.
No,
back
you
then.
can't be. And
So
he's
maybe-
Latin. Latins can't be gay.
Father
no.
would have fucking disowned him.
Well, his stepfather, didn't his stepfather
Well,
stab his
now
mother?
he'll have all the cock he
just-
wants in cell block 8.
I just post Thanksgiving. Didn't he stab
But
his mother?
that is a fucking crazy story. Like they all thought that he killed that guy because he knew about the double murder that he was going to go up for, and then it turns out that that guy knew about his
Right,
bisexual
exactly.
life.
So now he's in heaven. Maybe he wanted to go to jail.
What?
He's going to have all the cock he wants in jail. That's
What'd
all
you
I'm
say?
trying to say.
First of all, heaven
Oh, did he die?
hung himself.
All right, well, I know sports.
Okay, well, it's also the news. It's not a fucking box score. It was like a big news story.
If it's not on Nickelodeon news, I don't know it.
Wait, if a guy watches the Atlanta
That's gay.
wrap-up show, that's
That's
kind
gay.
of gay, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. 'Cause-
Did you?
no, I
Watch it.
don't. God forbid. But somebody tweeted it last night, a public figure, and I was gonna be like, "That's fucking gay." But
Well, you know who
I've been
watches
told
those
not to talk about him.
You know who watches those shows? Howard Stern used to watch all those kind of like the Bachelor, The Bachelor. Like he's a guy that watches
Yeah,
all
but
those
he
shows.
watches it to make fun of it.
No, he says
Yeah,
he
but
loves
he's also-
those shows.
I
He
think
like
he does.
likes
I
them.
think he's kind of gay too. He's not into sports, so that's a red flag.
Yeah.
But I think sports are gay. That's when that Aaron Hernandez or Fernandez or whatever the hell his name is. That's I think a lot of those guys are gay. Come on.
They're not a lot of.
A lot of them are gay.
Patty
A lot
knows.
aren't. A lot
Patty
aren't.
knows. Just the one.
Because you have amazing
just the one-
gaydar.
Just the one she fucked.
10 years later, I think my husband's gay. Or even the man was like, Patty, we all knew but you.
Oh my God.
Did I tell you my sister said that to me? My sister years later goes, after I broke up with him, she goes, I felt bad that I never said anything to you. I go, what do you mean? She
Everybody
goes,
knew but
she
you.
goes, I knew he was gay, but I didn't want to ruin your wedding. So instead, she ruined my fucking life. That's horrible.
That idiot.
How'd she know he was gay?
I don't know. She
She
they all
saw
talked
him
about it.
blowing
They all
the fucking
said,
best man.
Are they still? Is he still listening to his show? His boyfriend?
sorry.
he might, yeah.
I'm too vulgar today. Here's what I want to tell you
Too
about my
vulgar.
husband. Can I
Oh, wait,
tell you
some
about my
comments?
husband?
Okay.
Before you go there, they wanted to say Carrie Sam is sleeping in the woods with men who don't bathe.
Okay, so that's gay. But no, so my husband decided, because this is a guy thing, Kevin, maybe not your kind of guy, but he went hiking in the Appalachian Mountains. Is that what it's called? Bear Mountain. It started at Bear Mountain.
That's different than Appalachian.
Whatever. No, but they're going through.
Oh, it does go to the
She doesn't know
Appalachian.
sports.
She doesn't have to know sports.
I'm
She's a woman.
joking. I'm joking. But she's like, I don't know mountains. I don't know sports.
I don't know anything, but I know this, that I would never fucking go hiking.
No.
This
Stupid.
idiot, now he's out of water. First, he collapsed the first day after
You know the
3
guy?
miles.
It's her husband.
He went with his 2 coworkers.
Recently?
Because they hike every year.
Recently?
Yeah, he's still there. I'm praying an animal
He's in the
mauls
woods.
him. No, wait. So he goes up there,
Oh, my God.
and he.
Well,
the
how happy will you
first
be if he
day-
never comes back?
He
I mean,
had
if
no
you get a life
argument.
insurance check, you'd be like,
Pension?
oh, my
You
God.
get your pension from the railroad?
Yeah,
You'd be calling
Wait,
Brandon.
so-
What's that guy? What's your old boyfriend's name? Marshall?
Brandon.
there's a million of them.
No, the guy that you dated a long time. He's got a dumb name.
Moses,
I
the
don't-
blonde
The guy,
hair.
the musician.
Fred?
No.
Musician.
Who was the guy you
Oh,
dated?
Walter.
Muscular
Walter.
one. Walter.
I know he had a dumb name. He had an old man's name as a young man.
That was weird. That's true.
Did. So wait, so the first day, like this.
Walter? I don't know my ex-boyfriends. I don't know sports.
She had a few ex-boyfriends.
She said she dated the one guy the whole time. She should have been fucking around, and she
I was
was committed to Walter.
I was. but
Walter, how you? Did you get your medicine, Walter?
Walter.
Would you like some soup? It's like
Anyway,
an old man's fucking Walter
How's your
Matthau.
hip?
That's the only thing I can think of.
so listen. So he goes the first day with these guys who go every year, and he thinks he could do it. Now the first sign he's got
At least he'll lose some weight, probably, right?
Well, he has. He lost like 3 pounds. So
How
now,
does he know that?
Because
Because
he
you
said-
can't eat. All you got is crackers.
No, he's got that food. That fucking
And then
astronaut
the bears,
food.
you never watch cartoons and the bears come, they eat all your food?
Astronaut
Bear Mountain.
food. Astronaut food with the hot water. So anyway, he goes up the first day. They're supposed to do 5 to 7 miles or 10 miles. He collapses at 3. So they have to put the tents around him and whatever.
No.
What do you
So
mean
they-
it collapses, though?
He got his legs cramped up. You never got a cramp in your leg?
This is
all
so
the
girly.
legs cramped up, and he couldn't go not another step.
Carrie is more man than her husband is. You know Carrie would not
Carrie's
collapse.
more man than Nick DiPaolo, so.
Carrie would not, her legs would not cramp.
So he cramped up. And
Carrie would carry him down from the mountain. Who's that? Your husband? Did you catch that? Yeah, it's my husband. Mount him on the fucking roof of the car.
Oh, God. And then, so
Camping's dumb anyway.
it's dumb. Now he's,
stupid.
now he's making his own water, I heard. He found a dirty puddle or something, and he's putting fucking filters through it. He's going to come home with a fucked up parasite that I have to
Yes.
fucking Google now, parasite specialists, and fucking... This
I
guy
sat
is
next to a
so
lady-
stupid.
I got up from the train because a lady on the train sat next to me, speaking of parasites, and she was kind of dirty.
What, a dirty lady was talking to you?
No, she sat down next to me on the subway, and I think she was quasi-homeless, and so I just got up because I didn't want to bring parasites into
No, not to your children. Life.
with you guys. I don't want to bring them out to
Oh, yeah. No,
Did
we
she
don't
know
want
that you got up because of her?
Queens. Yeah.
See, I wouldn't want to hurt someone's feelings.
Yeah,
I
no,
know.
I would. I
Well,
would
you
get
married a
if
gay
I
guy.
saw
You
her
don't wanna
walking.
fucking- You want to ruin the wedding.
I used to say to people who smell like urine on the subway because I wouldn't want to hurt
No,
their
no,
feelings.
no.
No, I see it all the time. People won't get up, and everybody else is like, "Holy shit, they won't." But they I think they think if they get up, the person's gonna flip out because they.
Yeah, you don't
hurt their
know. They could be
feelings.
crazy.
Yeah, I would get up and take my chances. I have germaphobe issues. One time I gave a homeless woman $10, right? So
Yeah.
as soon as she saw it, she went, ah! And she hugged me.
Oh, no.
And I fucking ran home, took a fucking shower. I put lice stuff in my hair. I mean,
Well, when I give money to homeless, I put the dollar bill near my finger and then hand it like so that their hands can't touch me. Because I don't want to get something that's going to make
that's
my
how
skin
I
fall off.
That's how I give my husband money.
Holy shit skis. All right, what else do we have besides that on the thing? Anybody else was writing in?
Yeah, don't give us any inside stuff. Don't give
No,
us
they
like
Carrie,
Questions?
out of sour
yeah, the
cream.
question about drinking that you were drunk. They said, did you wake up with a black guy or a black eye?
Oh, that's a good one.
That's good.
Both.
Have you ever been with a black man, Carrie?
No.
They go
No.
hand in hand, a black guy and a black guy.
Oh, that's racist.
Both.
That's
I like
racist.
how I watched the beginning when you were Rhonda Handsome.
Yeah.
And is it handsome or Hanson?
Handsome.
Like-
Without
like
the
a
D.
handsome
I didn't
man?
know either.
Like handsome.
Oh, anyway, and then yeah, you
What?
guys are making like racist jokes, just as jokes, you know.
No, the whole thing was she said that she got thrown out of her apartment in Brooklyn because she was black, and I said no, it was because you had no money to pay the fucking new rent, and you know because you got thrown out too because your
I got
rent went
kicked
up
out
to
'cause
20,
my rent went up too.
and you're white.
But I do think it's worse for black people. Let's, come on. Right, Kevin?
I don't agree at all.
I don't.
I think they have it easy.
Oh,
No,
my
think,
God.
No, I think in New York they don't have it tough because you can't hate black people in New York. There's so many black people. I mean, who's got that? No, who's
That
got that
doesn't even
kind
make
of time?
sense.
Who's got
No, I'm
that
saying you
kind
can't
of
be.
time?
It's not like in Georgia where you're like, hey, look at that, you know what over there. I mean, they're everywhere here, so you can't be like, oh, I don't want blacks
You
in my
don't think
building.
they're-
You have an empty building.
There are a lot of blacks in Georgia. What are you
No,
talking
but I'm saying they're not like here. They're everywhere. Like here, we mingle with them like
Yes.
they're on the train. Like I think I almost touched one when I got off the train today. That,
We go to school.
the double M.
We work
So-
with the blacks. We go to school. The black
No, you
and
can't-
white. You're together. It's a melting pot.
Yeah,
for
like
God's
my
sake.
son's
right.
school. He's like, oh, he's brown. He calls them brown. I'm like, okay.
My
well.
kids did too.
So they're brown. They
The
see
brown
they
people.
see that they're different colors, but they don't see that they're that different. But I'm saying, as a grown up, most cities, like even in like a place like Chicago or whatever, they're all segregated. So, but New York's not segregated like that. So you're around black people all the time. You live in Brooklyn. There's all black people in your building.
Yeah, there's no
and
real racist
you live in
here.
unless you're like in the unless like the worst neighborhoods like East New York or like the worst neighborhoods in the Bronx or whatever.
I still
Otherwise-
think there's black neighborhoods in New York. Like, look at the up east side where black people, there aren't white people living up there.
First of all, you don't even know what you're saying. Up. You sound like a fucking idiot. You don't even know what you're
sound
talking
like an
about.
idiot,
You're like one of the
but-
worst lawyers I've ever seen. How about Your Honor? Up.
On that street.
You're trying to make a case. You've never even been on the train. You don't even know the
I
neighborhood.
drive through that neighborhood.
And you roll up your windows. I know, but I'm saying. No,
And
but
you
I'm
drive
saying
fast.
the neighborhoods are
And you drive
changing. They're
fast.
so the opposite of segregated.
It's only
that-
black and brown people up over north of 106th Street on the east side, 2nd Avenue. Is that Harlem? Okay.
Yeah, but even then, it's like the only place it's really like that is like projects. If you go like drive through a project, yeah, it's going to be a certain like Hispanic and black. But for the most part, any just open neighborhood, you can't be like, oh, black people. So she didn't get kicked out because she was black. I mean, I can't even, unless it was 20 years ago. But they don't kick people out.
Well,
No,
I think
she
she
had
was saying,
no money. They raised
she was
her
saying
rent.
that they took the neighborhood that was a black neighborhood, then they bought up the buildings, and then they upped the rent where the people who had grown up there couldn't afford it, and now all the white people moved in and the black people.
Yeah, but that's capitalism. Like black people move into good neighborhoods and they fucking ruin. They've ruined the South Side of Chicago. My grandmother used to have a beautiful house there, and they know they're coming. Like I
Who
remember
knows?
in the '70s, they would say, "Oh, the blacks are coming," so they all had to fucking sell their house and move.
What?
Because I'm not even joking. It's like fucking. It's like a fucking dinosaurs. They hear them coming.
Okay, this.
No, they literally, and then they move into the neighborhood, and then the neighbor gets ruined, and then that's what they've done in all kinds of neighborhoods, and then people go like, oh shit, that's cheap there. So then the white people move in, they fix up the neighborhood, and then people go, oh, we can't. That's just the way it is. Get a fucking job.
Wait a minute.
That's it.
The
I
black
wish I had a
people
mic so
are
I could
not-
drop it.
Black people aren't ruining neighborhoods.
They are. They back in the 70s and 80s. Oh my God, where'd you go to school?
New Hartford.
Because you just gave that fucking liberal college fucking law.
Yes, she did. Yes, she
No, they
did.
do. Mike Yard still makes a joke about it. He goes,
does he say?
he goes, oh, I moved into a white neighborhood. He goes, it's terrific. He goes, I hope everyone doesn't move out. Basically implying like once black people move in, white people move out. Don Rickles was joking about it in like a fucking roast in the 70s. He goes, don't move into the neighborhood. It's everybody. It's just, everybody knows what happens. They move into the neighborhood and it gets fucking ruined. So I'm not saying it happens now, but back in the 70s and 80s, absolutely happened. Where they would move into neighborhoods and they would just fucking, it was
I
done.
bet there are a lot of black people who would disagree with you.
But they can disagree all they want, but it's a fucking fact. That's why I mean, literally. I mean, Patty, I love you, but everything. But this is why comedy is ruined, and this is why people like my podcast, because I basically tell the facts.
But
I tell the facts, and people go like, I think people would disagree. I don't give a fuck if people disagree with me. I'm right. I was telling. Here's another fact. The fucking phone is.
Oh, it's my.
You crack horse. You can't fucking hear anything. Now I'm agitated.
You are wound up today.
No, because I think black people disagree. Let them disagree. It's a fact. Here's another thing. Black people.
Oh no.
In predominantly black schools, there's peer pressure to not do well in school because if they act smart, they're acting white, and that's a fact.
Well,
and that's why they don't. That's why they don't graduate school, because they join a gang or they want to be rappers or they want to be comedians. I know this because a black guy who's a professor at a college who I know very well told me that.
I have heard
and that's
that,
why
yes.
Obama probably survived, because people couldn't say to him like, "You're acting white." He's like, "That's right, nigger. I am half white." You know what I mean? So they couldn't say if he was totally.
She's taking a phone call while you're ranting.
If he was totally black, if he said you're acting white, he'd be like, "Oh, I'm acting white. I gotta cool it." But since he was already half white, he survived all the fucking bullying or whatever. I don't know. You see my point?
I do.
Black people, there's a lot of peer pressure to not do well in school because then you're acting white. I'm sure it's not as but I said it to Keith Robinson. He turned all the fucking black guys against me at the cellar. He goes, "Listen what Kevin has to say about black people," and then Keith will go, "I know a lot of black kids who have gone to college." I'm like, I'm not talking about who you know. I'm talking about the percentage of black people who graduate high school is not good. And it's probably getting better, but it wasn't good. And then you can blame the schooling.
Yes.
But you can also blame the parents, because the parents are like, well, you know, they use school as babysitting and they don't give a shit, and they're not smart either. They're not properly educated, so they don't give a they can't help their kids. So it's this whole system where you blame somebody else, but the facts are the facts.
Holy shit.
I'm looking around for support. I guess you guys all laughed.
No, he's a teacher. He was a teacher.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
say
tell us.
something.
Tell us, Jim.
Even though, okay, I'm going on record for disagreeing.
It is true that they used to say, like, there was a
Go
story.
on camera so people know what the fuck
You
you're
don't
doing.
have to be on
Doesn't say
camera.
that. Just tell us, Kev.
30 people are watching it.
So some kid got really good grades in a black school, and they posted it up, and he ripped it down. He's like, you can't tell anybody that I'm getting the good grades. But that was like 15, 20 years ago. When I left teaching high school just a few years ago, it was starting to change the other way. Like, if the kids weren't doing good, their friends would get on them. Like, come on, man, we got to get our,
Their friends will get on them?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay,
it's
let me say
changing.
this.
So it's
But
you
he
are
was
right, but it
okay,
is
let me
slowly
say this.
changing.
Let me say
everything
this.
slowly changes. But I'm saying, hopefully Obama helped with, like, if you stay in school, you can be president. So there's some instead of like I've said it before, every black kid wants to be a fucking rapper or a basketball player. And and rapping, to be honest, takes no talent. It takes as much talent as being a podcaster. You know what I mean? You don't have to have musical skills. You just have to be able to talk some shit, and then they'll put some fucking beat bop behind it. I can't really do it. But if I could, I'd be a millionaire.
Talent. But wait, before we finish this part of the conversation, my daughter's friend from high school, black, she does not want to be a rapper. She did want the highest grade. She did get the highest grade. She went to a good college. Her mother's a single mother. They have a beautiful house. The house didn't go to shit. The grass was mowed. They had a beautiful house. The mother has a great job.
Okay.
Guess what? They're black.
Do they live
but
up?
most Germans aren't Hitler either. So you're making a case of one person.
Yeah.
Statistically, they don't do well in school. They drop out of school. When I went to high school, everybody went to college. Like, everybody. If you don't went to college, you either went to like a technical school. You didn't just drop out.
That's true. Everybody
there was
went
like
to
peer
school.
pressure to go to college. Like,
Yes.
even my dumb friends went to college. They would go to a shitty college or like a party school, but they all went to college. So when I would see like statistics of like inner city schools and the dropout rate, it's ridiculous. And then but nobody goes like, well, it's just what they do. It's like having kids. Why do they have kids? I want to ask the black guy, like, why do you guys have kids? Like, almost everybody I know has a kid and they're not married. Like, why? White guys don't do that. How many white comics do you know have kids that aren't married?
How many
Just-
Asian
just
guys?
Just Jay Okerson, but he grew up in a black neighborhood.
Jay Okerson. Jay Okerson.
So this whole thing, I'm like, you shouldn't say that. I'm stating facts. I'm stating facts, right?
I'd have to see
Right.
the facts. I'd
Manny
have to
went
see
to
the
college.
numbers.
Manny went to community
Patty!
college.
But even the statistics, you can get statistics that will lie to you. So I mean, the fact of the matter is, like, there's not this peer pressure to do well in school or to go to college. There's the opposite, peer pressure to be like.
He's
you
right
know,
about the kids, though. He's right about the kids because they all have 2 and 3 kids, and they're all not married. Not all.
and that creates another generation of
My school had a
problems.
nursery. My high school had a nursery
for their kids,
for the students.
Are you kidding
for
me?
the
No, I'm not
for the
kidding you.
students' kids.
I would go to
What
Christmas
high school
parties.
was
I
this?
would go to Christmas parties for my students and I'd take pictures with their little kids. Hillcrest High School.
Where's Hillcrest?
In Queens, Jamaica.
Wow, they
Jamaica
had the kids.
Estates.
Wow. Yeah.
Question for you: were any of those your kids?
I'll get back to you. I'll talk to Maury.
No,
Wait,
but
they had a
no,
they had a nursery.
Did your high school
They
have
had
a nursery?
They had a high school. They had a nursery at the high school.
I
For
had-
their
And how
children.
busy was the nursery? Very busy.
I had a junior class. 6 girls had kids.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
See, Patty?
Oh, Patty,
Yeah, apologize.
statistics.
Apologize to me.
but they went to college.
Huh?
Their kids are in college.
Well, I don't know why people don't use birth control. I mean,
It's called Raw Dog.
Okay.
It's called what?
Listen-
Raw Dog. It's very popular.
Well, he learned that at the nursery.
I picked it up at the school.
So the fact of the matter is, it's like you can only blame people for so much. You know, at some point you got to go like, okay, what the fuck are we doing? Well,
No,
like,
but
what-
you
what
can
are we
only
doing?
blame white people. I have nothing to do with these people getting pregnant. Do you understand?
that's
White girls get pregnant, they get an abortion. That's the way it goes.
on the hush hush.
yeah, on the hush hush.
Yeah, but
I'm just saying.
no, but also it's also like if their mom had kids, I don't even understand it, but like if their mom had kids when they were like teenagers, and then they have kids when they're teenagers, like it's not. It's
Whatever
almost like
you see-
acceptable behavior.
You grow up, that's normal. You know what they say? That's the worst. The most reason that you're going to end up in jail, the number one reason that you will end up in jail is if your father was in jail.
It makes
If
no sense.
If your parent was
You
in
think
jail,
you go the opposite.
but it doesn't. Those are always the statistics show that the kid of a parent in jail is the kid that's going to end up in jail. It's
Because
crazy.
they want to honor their father by showing like
Whatever, it's normal.
Like if your dad's a lawyer, maybe
Yeah.
you become a lawyer and join the firm. But
Yes.
if your dad went to jail,
Exactly.
you're like, Dad, you're my hero. I also want to go to jail.
I said to one kid, like, he was, goofing around. I'm like, I'm going to call your father. He's like, go ahead. He's in jail. He's like, well, he gets the one phone call. Can he call me? Can he call me because he gets the one phone call?
Plus, also, if your parents aren't around, like if you have a single mom, like now that I have kids, like if you have a single mom, I don't even know how they function because my kids were just off for 11 days. So if you have a job,
It's horrible. I was a single mom. It's
no,
terrible.
If you have
Terrible.
if you have a job and you're a single mom, you have a job. Then who watches your kids when they have days off
teacher.
or after
Oh.
school? No, after school. I'm saying
Nobody.
on days off in the summer when they have days off when there's a snow day. Like you're totally fucked. So then then the street raises the kids and then it's just gangs and I mean even where I grew up. The kids in my neighborhood, like there was always like the worst kids are the leaders because they're the coolest kids, you know.
Yeah.
So they'll use peer pressure to be like, let's do this, and then if you back down, you're a fag. No offense, you're no, you're gay. There's peer even with but I knew if I did it, I was torn between like if my friend said let's do it, and my dad killing me if I did it, you know. So I'd be like I got to go home.
Same.
So my dad would have just beat the fuck out of me. So I'm like, I'd rather have my friends not. Think
Did your
I'm
father
cool.
beat you up?
Yeah, he beat me up. Yeah.
What do you mean he beat you up, though?
He beat me.
Beat him up.
He seemed
Beat
like
the
did it,
shit
do I
out
seem
of
like
him.
I wasn't beaten?
With a belt? Did you get the belt?
Yeah,
I got the
with a belt.
I got the belt, too. Who's that?
It's weirdos calling me. Listen, he should have beat you, but
No, he beat us all. My dad was beaten as he was 1 of 12. His dad beat him.
it's
My
just the
father was
behavior
beat
that it's
So
the
they
behavior.
beat us. So and I don't beat my kids, but I mean,
Yeah, you ever
Well,
hit
your
your kid? Come on.
brothers probably
Did you?
beat theirs.
You ever hit your kid?
yeah, but I only got 2. If I had 10, I'd hit them all the time. You know what I mean? Because I don't need them all liking me anyway. But if you got
Listen.
2, you want your kids to like you.
Here's the thing. This is the only.
You guys, I don't understand. Like taking a call. Why don't you take the call when you're not doing your podcast?
I can't. He busted out my phone 10 times. I want to know what the fuck he wants.
No, this whole thing. I was on Opie one time, and Opie's like, "Yeah, I do kind of like doing radio because I don't have to. I'm not on my phone as much." I'm like, "Wait, you're on your phone when you're doing a radio show?" It's like, what is your like? Seriously,
I'm not. Look, goodbye.
No, like get on your phone. Isn't that something to look forward to once your job's done? Getting on your phone. So just wait while you're not working.
She's got to come back.
Wait, here's what I want to say. Look, I just want to go back to all this thing. I just want you to take responsibility, each person, for their own fucking bullshit and stop blaming everybody else for their.
But that's not
fucking
what
bullshit.
people do. You know, like
That's it. Just I know I'm a loser in life at this fucking stage in the game. I have
Carrie.
negative $34 in my bank account, but I take responsibility
don't.
for that.
no, you don't. You don't. You blame. I've heard you blame people.
Who have I blamed?
I'm not gonna say who she blames.
Who did
she
I blame?
When we talk on the phone privately,
Who does she blame?
Yeah, say it.
she like Carrie will go. And I'm paraphrasing, of course.
What? I want to know who she
Carrie's like, imagine how successful it would be if we were Jews, and I'm like, you're right.
No, but I couldn't forget all that.
No, so that's like,
that's
I
in
mean,
the
I
business.
say that. I
That's
say
in
that.
the
I don't
business.
say it anymore, but I used to say it, but like, oh my God, these fucking Jews.
Yes,
you know?
if I was Jewish, I probably would have had my own show. But
yeah,
forget
you
all
would.
that for a second.
But it's still blaming that
But
you don't
I-
know for a fact. You just use it as a
Obviously,
cheap shot. You
obviously,
know,
it's a cheap
like
shot.
that's what black
But-
people go
but-
like. Oh, white people. Here's another thing I was saying the other day. If you're a white guy, you can't like if
you
you're
can't blame anybody for being
if
a
you're,
loser.
If you're something else, you can blame anybody. If you're fucking Asian, if you're a
Anything, you can
woman,
blame
if you're a
anybody.
black dude, you'd be like, white dudes, white. You know, there's always somebody just go like motherfucker. But white dudes, we got to be like.
Well,
You know
no
what
one
I
to
mean?
blame.
Because if we do, we're racist. But anybody else, you know, like if
No,
you're a woman, you can be
but
like,
I
you
only-
women comics are like, you know, they won't book me because I'm a
I'm a
woman.
woman.
It's like,
Not because you're not funny.
yeah, it's because you're a woman. And
Sometimes
I'm like,
it is because you're a woman.
it
But-
is.
no,
It
but
is. But
they
like,
won't
I
put
worked
two
with
girls
I
on
worked
a
with a
show.
woman this weekend, and I wanted to fucking kill her.
Yeah, I know. Well,
Like she was so bad, and
Yeah.
maybe she was on a show because she was a woman, but she was fucking horrific. And her
What
father's
was her
famous,
name?
and
Oh, okay,
it's,
no,
don't say it. Don't
All right,
say it.
so here's the
it's
thing.
a bad situation. No, because and then she says it. She goes, "My dad is blah blah blah," and the crowd's like, "That's the funny thing you've said all night." Because that's a
Oh my
that's
God.
a complete fucking lie. That's
Okay.
a total lie.
Can I
because
just say-
you think she'd say one funny thing if her father was one of the probably top 10 comics of all time.
okay, don't say the name.
But
I
let
already
me
did.
let me explain.
I said the N word, but I can't say Sheba Mason. Come
You
on.
shouldn't have said the N word either. We had her on
Wait
the
a
show. She
second.
was
Oh, you
lovely.
did?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, I
She's
didn't know
very
She
that.
might have had a bad set with you.
Yeah,
I
you
saw her
I saw
online.
3 sets.
Okay,
right,
wait.
you're-
I'm
You guys can
saying-
edit that
I'm
out.
not saying that. I'm saying if I would have went to college like I
What?
should have.
I thought we were off that
No,
topic.
we're not because I got to get a word out with you. I can't
Yeah,
get a
yeah.
word out.
You
if I would have
interrupt
went to college and became a fucking dentist or something fucking smart that makes money, I wouldn't be in a basement right now, blaming the Jews.
It's not the Jews.
Ugh. Joey
Yes.
Cola says that Todd Barry is hot and he's well hung.
Well, Joey Cullen, he's a headliner. That's why, because he's very funny.
That's fucking funny. And you, may I just say something about being well hung?
Well, you can, but he can't.
That goes a long way. Being well hung
It
goes
does
a long way.
a very long way.
I think well-hung guys are super confident, even just not in the bedroom.
I heard Jim Gaffigan had a big, huge.
Really?
penis,
Jim
yes.
Gaffigan?
He
I know a
doesn't.
girl comic
No, he
that
doesn't.
banged him. That's what I heard. I heard it was bigger than some of the black guys she's been with.
That's not true.
Let's get her on the phone.
Let's get her on the phone. He doesn't seem like he would have, but he has a big head. I don't know.
He's
His head
got,
is gigantic.
I don't know, but I'm just saying it does go a long way because you could be an albino like Jim Gaffigan and get action. Okay.
His wife's good looking.
I know because he's probably got a really big one. You get the hottest guy like Johnny Depp. If he's got a tiny one, you're like, oh God, it's
I
just
don't know.
the way it
If
is.
you can, if you have a little one and you move around a certain way, I guess it's all right. But, but if you
I don't
do
think.
something,
I think you can only go so far with a little one.
If you're greasing that baseball mitt,
Yeah.
but anyway, so yeah, I mean, if a guy isn't that good looking, it's okay. He's got other things.
I heard Kevin Hart is a huge dick, and which probably would surprise people because he's not tall.
He's a little teeny. But, I knew
But
guy.
he was, maybe that's why he's super confident. He's just like, push comes to shove, I can always do porn. You know what I mean?
I knew a guy in the audience who was.
Get off your phone, Carrie.
My daughter's annoying me for basketball.
These
kids have a fucking busier schedule than I do, and I'm not there to take these fucking kids to basketball. Now she's cursing me out, the kid, telling me I'm a loser mother.
Okay, hold on one second.
Because they're
Can
called
I
to these
just say
fucking
something
kids.
about a dwarf penis? Because you said Kevin Hart, and he's short, and he has a big penis.
No, he's got a big one. I saw it.
A dwarf.
I saw it
Where?
at the Comedy Cellar.
He pulled it out?
What happens is when you hang out at the Comedy Cellar, all the black comics rave about their big penises.
Okay.
White comics really can't.
Okay. How did it come
So
out?
it was me and Artie Fuqua, Kevin Hart, and
Godfrey.
no, not Godfrey.
Robinson.
No,
Sherrod?
Rodney Laney.
all right.
We're knowing every
why
black
don't-
person.
No, he's a white comic.
Oh, white?
Colin Quinn.
Oh, yeah.
So I was hosting.
Colin Quinn.
Colin Quinn. We were all
He's
at the
never-
table.
Oh.
And
What
we're
time was it?
talking.
He's never hanging out
and
that
then
late.
and then they said, "Oh, Kevin's got a really big one." I'm like, "If your feet are a size 2, how do you have a big dick? There's no way." So I'm hosting the show, and we're all in the bathroom, and all of a sudden the comedian gets off. Now Colin's next. Now Kevin's ready to take it out, and I run up and I bring Colin on, and I go running back to the bathroom because I got to see this thing.
Oh, he
It
showed
was
you in the bathroom?
that big.
No, it isn't.
It's that big. It was like
Soft?
3 shades purple.
Soft?
Yeah, and he's going to me, Carrie, touch it. It's not even hot. He's bending it in half, and I'm like, I'm not touching that.
Are you kidding me?
I ran out, and Colin was on stage, and he goes, Carrie, what's the verdict? I went like this. This is all I did. And he goes, son of a bitch.
You dabbed your forehead.
I dabbed my forehead because I've never seen anything
What do you
that
mean it
big
was
from a
purple?
tiny little thing like that.
How'd it
Purple.
feel?
What do
Like
you
it
mean
was like so stretched out that it was like
Yeah, like a
purple,
porn dick. Sometimes
pink,
porn
white,
dicks are like
brown.
different colors.
It was all different colors.
And I always think that's like a weird thing, and the women never have a problem with it. But sometimes like the top is like a lighter
weird.
shade or whatever. And I think they like go like, have you been tested with this like tri-colored cock?
I
don't-
didn't touch it. I
I
didn't touch it.
represent
He wanted
the
me to touch
lollipop
it
tree.
because he wanted it to get bigger. I was like, I don't want, there's no room in this Comedy Cellar bathroom for it to get any bigger. And then you had all the other comics in there watching. They're like,
cannot
oh my god!
believe it.
Everybody was in the bathroom. All the
Well,
comedians.
why, when I watch him on stage, it doesn't look like there's a big thing in his pants? Maybe he tucks it behind. Like
He
a,
bends
I
it
don't-
He
around.
probably wears
Are you
boxers
staring
and
at
he
his
just wears
crotch
it down.
when
he
he's
wears
up
it
there?
loose.
Are you
If it hangs
staring at
loose,
his crotch?
it's gonna come down
I
on
mean,
your leg.
I notice that.
I
Like
don't
when I
notice
watch
their
comics on
crotches.
stage,
I
I
don't
always
notice.
notice that. I'm not looking for it, but if it's right there. But
are you looking
midgets,
for?
midgets
God.
can have big penises even when they're like little petite
How do you
midgets.
know?
Like a full-size
Because
penis?
A woman and her husband sat in a crowd on the front, and I'm talking. Did I tell you this? I'm talking to her after the show, and she goes, "Can you believe how rude people are because my husband's a midget?" And I
and
go,
she's normal size.
she was big, actually. She was like a big, tall girl. And she goes, they ask me the most inappropriate questions. And I go, like what? And she goes, like, if his dick is a normal size. And I go, oh, it's terrible. I go, what'd you say? And she goes, I tell them it's actually huge. And I said, really? You're little? And he was like petite, not just short, like little. He was like a little midget. Has a more than big dick. I know that's not good English. More than big. A large dick.
Well, did it just look bigger because he was a midget? Or was it really big?
Maybe it's
That was
relative.
his
But I didn't see
tripod.
it. I didn't
Oh, you
see
didn't
it.
see it. Yeah,
No,
you
no.
don't know.
Well, why would she tell me that?
Anyway, I just think
Because she has to validate why she's
No,
with
like
a fucking
some guys, like
midget.
listen, if you come on to a woman, like, and you have a big dick and whatever, I just think you just naturally have more confidence because you know you're going to be satisfying them. You know
But
what I mean?
nobody wants it that big. I don't want it that big.
No,
There's
but
big and there's
even
forget
for
it.
the story, first of all, it's like if your dick's that big, it doesn't have to go all the way into the garage. You
You're
know what
more
I mean? It's still
secure.
gonna- it's
You're
still
more
gonna
secure.
fill- You're more secure. So
As
so
a
like,
man.
like when I come on to when I was single, like I never had a lot of game, but I mean, and I just knew, like sexually, it wasn't like I was like a fucking had a lot of prowess, like I come quick, and so there's a lot of disappointment. So people go, you ever had a threesome? I'm like, I'm not even good with a twosome. You know what I mean? Like, Like if it was two women there, they would like beat the fuck out. I would come so quick from all the excitement that they would like beat the shit out of me.
They're
They'd
like,
be
I'm
so
not even
disappointed.
fully undressed yet.
I came one time when I was making out with a girl. I didn't even like her. I'm not even kidding. I wish I was kidding. She's like, what happened? I go, I don't know. And I just left.
You left.
No, but I didn't even like her. I'm like, I don't even like you.
You touched yourself to do that in your pants, or you mean it just in
What?
your pants?
What are you, Dr.
No.
Ruth? Why'd your voice get weird? Did you touch it? What was the question?
How can you come from kissing someone
I
unless
don't know.
you stuck your
I
hands
get
down your
sexually
pants?
aroused. I
No,
get
a lot of
sexually
guys could
aroused.
do
I
that.
was younger, but I was still. I get fucking. No one was even touching it. Sometimes it's like in my head,
Rubbing.
I
Could
get
be aroused right now.
No, the thing is, like when I first time I did stand up, I thought I was gonna be so like I thought I was gonna be so something that I wouldn't even be able to talk. But I was calm when I did stand up. But I'm like the opposite when I sexually. Like I can't control my dick. When I first started dating Jane, remember Jane, the young one? I used to
The lesbian?
I used to have to, when I was fucking her, I used to reach around with my hand and pinch my balls
So you wouldn't
so
come?
I wouldn't come. Because she was 20 and I was fucking old as fuck. I looked great thoed, but
She
anyway,
was cute.
I would literally pinch my own balls because at the beginning, you want to fucking do something. And
Did
it
that
worked. It worked.
Wow.
Well, he's inflicting
And
pain on
and
himself.
she's always like, "Where's that extra hand?" I'm like, "Don't you worry about it, you pretty little thing. Don't even worry about where that extra hand. I needed 3 hands, Patty. Is what I'm telling you." I literally would pinch my balls. I never even heard that. People would be like, "Oh, you think about like your grandmother or something
Dead
that'll like calm me down."
cats.
I had to physically pain myself so I wouldn't come.
And how are you now? Better? Because you're older.
I'm
you don't
still
come as-
bad. I texted my wife last night. I'm like, I can't believe it. And like she I didn't care because she came. Like, well, now we get all. I have to make sure she comes first.
Yeah, then you go.
And then I'm like, so I put all the equipment away, and then I can, then I can relax.
It's so true.
But even last night, I still came so quick. I'm like amazed. Like I should be like in some kind of thing.
Yeah.
World record.
No, like it's amazing because I can't even go into all the details, but I was like, I didn't even know. I was barely fully aroused, and I still came. I'm like, oh my God, like it's amazing. I said,
Yeah, but you
isn't
know
that
what? A
amazing?
woman-
Because she wanted me to finish anyway, because she wanted to go to bed. She already came. She's like, just do it.
Yeah, but a woman will put up with that shit as long as you have a big dick. I dated a guy.
No, it's not. I don't have a big dick. But even if I have a big dick, it's
average.
like,
It's got to be average.
Yeah,
it's
I'm-
not,
yeah,
you're average.
it's like my act.
But
It's average.
I dated a guy with a very tiny one. A tiny
no, but
one.
I'm saying even if it's a big dick and you come quick, it doesn't last. It's like
It
a short
doesn't
ride.
matter,
It's
though.
yeah, it does
It's still the
matter.
illusion. If you had a tiny little one, like I dated a guy with a tiny little one, and he had a big giant truck, and you could always tell a guy with a little dick because he's always got big things.
Yeah,
Was he
that's
a
true.
comic?
Big trucks.
He does?
No, yeah, they got big trucks. He had
Big
a big
house.
He was a
I got a
short
little
guy.
house.
And they
Short
always
guy.
have wives with big tits. Guys with little dicks always want a woman with
Is
big
that
tits.
Let me
true?
tell you.
That's true.
Wait, I
Are you
know.
basing it on
but,
like
so wait,
one person
I'll
or
tell
a
you about
couple?
that
So
story
I'm
in a minute.
dating
It
this
better be
guy.
on the air.
It's
If
true
I'm naming
story.
names, you better fucking name
He
names.
was so good looking. He looked like Johnny Depp. So fucking hot. Short guy. The first time I saw it, I was like, oh my God. I felt bad. Like my
dick?
son is, it was like my thumb.
Your son? Oh my God.
My son has a bigger penis than him, and he's 10. Do you
Did you see
understand?
it hard though, or
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
That
about.
was
It looked
it.
like my thumb. And
That's the
I
whole
just,
thing. I've
I
seen those.
didn't know what to say.
You have?
I didn't know what to say. I'm
Say,
like, oh my
"Aw."
God. I didn't say, aw. I almost started crying because I was like, this is going to be terrible for
don't you do a
me.
joke? You burp the guy, or you put him
I
over
put it on my
his
shoulder and burp it. That's if it's too big.
But then when we broke up, it was right
broke
here.
up? How long
Why'd you
date a
break
guy?
up?
He broke up with me, the fucking dude.
what?
So wait, so
How dare he?
I know.
No, you know that he's so used to getting dumped, he does it first. After a while.
I wanted to so badly say, it was right here. I wanted to go, listen, you broke up with me with that dick this big. How fucking dare you, you fucking retard.
I'll give you $20 to name his
And then,
name.
you know what? And then, you know what happened?
And then he got a-
Peter.
then he got a
His name was
sitcom?
Peter from L.A.
Oh.
No. He
That's ironic.
Yeah, exactly.
he ended up,
Is he an agent?
no, he married.
Peter Rosegarten?
He married a he married
An Asian woman?
Asian girl, I think, and
Yeah.
had
Yeah,
a baby.
That's your
with
theory.
Her. He had
See,
a-
the Asian girls
this
will
big.
take that.
No, because
This
they
big.
have small vaginas, so they
This
don't care.
big.
You ever watch Asian porn?
No.
The biggest guy in the continent is smaller than my son when he's taking a shower.
The Asian guy?
I'm moving.
Yeah, the Asian guy, they have little dicks, even in porno.
I want one Asian guy to step forward and show me a big one.
I'm sure if he's big enough,
We'll
but
pay
I'm sure they'll-
$100.
First of all, here's another thing with black dick. Is that I think when they're a black dick at rest it looks big, but I don't know how much bigger they get when
They
they're
do
around.
get big, I think.
I don't
Because
know.
when my dick, sometimes I'm at the urinal and like I got like a young.
You're a grower, not a shower.
That's
Yeah,
that's
I'm like,
right.
I
A
got
grower,
like
they
I
call
got
him.
a young Catholic boys school dick. You know what I mean? Like I feel like when I'm pissing, I'm like in the 6th grade still. Like, 'cause my dick's little, and it's like it's not embarrassing because I know I can satisfy a woman. I'll fuck you both right now, but anyway. No, it's not like I know my dick ain't little, and my dad had 10 kids, if you know what I'm saying. So anyway.
But you don't know. You could have taken it after your mother's side. How do you know your father had a big dick?
What? Anyway, no, I'm saying, even a good Catholic woman like my mom, I don't think she's gonna fuck my dad that much if he had a little dick, you know.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because after a while, you're like, come on, man, let's get the neighbors involved or something. You know what I mean?
Can I change the subject?
Yeah, change the subject.
Okay.
Really?
I want to know. Well, you want to? We can keep talking
No,
about
I
this.
don't
No,
want to talk about it.
Oh, but this. Oh, I forgot. I was going to say that thing about the
Are you
dick.
gonna
What was I
bleep the name the name I named? No, I don't care. But they.
Who did you?
guys might have
Who did
to.
you name?
If she's been on your show.
Oh, yeah, she's been on our show. Don't say. Yeah, maybe we got to take that out.
No, but I said it in a run. It was all like in a 1-minute run.
Oh, but here's what I was going to say about the penis. The guys with small
'Cause she won't
penises
listen to my show. She might listen to this.
want girls with big tits because I was dating
How
a
deep
guy.
into the show are we? Okay, so it was like at 45-minute mark.
Well, who
just so you
cares?
know.
We know she's funny. She works everywhere.
I thought
Kevin.
I think she's funny, so we're not paying attention to you. You can have your opinion. So bring they can't hear you because you don't have the microphone. You're right.
Kevin did say he saw 3 sets.
It still doesn't mean
Listen,
he's correct.
if after one show, maybe it's my opinion. After 3 sets, it's a fact. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm biased after 1 set, but after 3 sets, it's like the shit will. After 3 sets, you're going to see something.
No, well, I don't
You know, I could be wrong. I've been wrong about other things.
Right. Okay.
Go ahead.
Change
Go
the
ahead,
subject,
Patty.
Patty.
Oh, I was going to check, but before I change the subject, this is why I think guys with little penises, like you said, they want big, big, big. I was dating a guy with like a
If
micro,
that's true, that's incredible to me.
a micro penis, and he wanted me to have breast implants and have bigger tits. And he was always going, could you make your stomach go flatter so at least then your tits would look bigger? Could you do, all these things? And then he went and he got married, and he married a woman who had small boobs, and he made her get giant D tits, divorces her. Marries another woman, flat tits, made her get breast implants, D's, giant, divorced her too. I'm telling you.
Please name his name. Even if he's not in showbiz, who
Please.
cares?
Scott LaRose.
For real?
I said it.
He's a comic?
Yes. But anyway.
And he's got a.
Well, he doesn't have I said micro, but I mean, it's small. I mean, it's not a big penis.
It's
but he was
micro. It's micro.
It's not micro. But he was somebody who was so obsessed with everybody, your stomach, and you have to look like this, and you have to look like that. Really? Fucking take care of your own shit before you start
Go
telling
get a
me.
pump put in
and your
fucking cock.
Plus, he's really good looking, right?
I don't.
I thought he was fucking
Well,
gorgeous.
Scott,
Really,
Scott's actually watching right now. And he said that Patty wasn't.
Stop it.
Look.
Look, I
No,
can
he
say
wasn't
that
having-
because he broke up with me.
You see how that's
Wait, so he wasn't good looking?
No, he was fine looking. I mean,
I thought he was very handsome. He was like classically.
I
he had
gotta
a lot of
Google him.
thick
I don't
black
remember
hair
him.
and very
Let me
hairy,
Google him.
very hairy.
He was.
Very. He broke up with me over the phone, so I'm allowed to say whatever.
Was
I
he
want.
Italian?
I don't know.
LaRose, is that Italian?
Who
Maybe
cares?
French, maybe.
He can't be Italian. Italians have big ones.
But anyway. All right.
Wow, I had no idea. I'm like, I mean, I'm a little dizzy today from coming all the way out here.
Yeah.
No, the problem was I took NyQuil. Like sometimes, my kids were back at school finally, so I woke up and then I couldn't get back to sleep. I needed to get some sleep, so I took some NyQuil because I'll get to sleep. But then I'm groggy all day. But I had to get sleep because otherwise I'll get sick or whatever. Am I right or no?
No, you're wrong.
No, I can't just wake up and then function because I'm like a zombie. So
It takes me an hour once I wake up.
Plus, I get a little buzz from the NyQuil. I'm a little buzzed all day, so I kind of don't give a shit as much. You know, like when I'm on the train and goofy shits happen, I'm like, It's like I'm a little drunk. Like,
That's from the NyQuil?
He's not Italian. Is that him?
think so.
First
yeah,
of
he's
all,
good looking.
he's
I
got
don't
a
give a shit. He's good
skinny
looking.
head. Look at his head.
We've changed the subject.
Yeah, maybe we could have to. Maybe we
This is
need to
very
take that out too.
uncomfortable.
Maybe we should take
Yeah, you
his
gotta
name out
bleep
too.
his name.
Bleep
Oh
his
my
name
God.
too, or he'll come kill me or
No,
something.
because he'll find out because he's one of those guys.
All right, we'll bleep him too.
I did a gig for him. You don't have to bleep
I
for
don't
me.
even
You
know
don't have to
him.
bleep-
You don't know him?
No.
You don't have
I
to
don't
bleep
know
for me.
him, and I don't.
But I did a gig. You don't have to bleep anybody for me because I got nothing to live for. No, you know what I realized? Like I'm trying to like kill myself, but slowly.
You're getting people so pissed off at you, they'll kill you
They'll
for
kill
you.
me, but it's like when I think I'm like, oh, I shouldn't do it. I'm like, oh, why not? So then I'll
Now wait
do
a
it.
minute. But when you bang somebody, you have every right to say what you want because you banged them.
That's not true.
Oh, come on.
Say what
That
you
doesn't
want.
hold up in like court.
What do you mean?
Because
You
you said
bang
he had
somebody,
a
you
little
can say
dick.
whatever you want.
Yes.
I guess you can once you've been with
You've
someone.
been with them.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think it's like I think when you break up with somebody and it didn't go well, then
You shouldn't say bad things, I guess, right?
No, it's not that. It's like when you break up and then you spin it negatively. You know what I mean? Like when I have girlfriends, they're like, yeah, you got a good sized dick, and then when we break up, they're like, it was all right. You know what I mean? So I think
But that is the way it goes.
I
You
think
can't
maybe
lie.
revisionist history. You're like,
Yeah,
the guy was like he wasn't very impressive, and maybe you didn't get him turned on.
You know what you should have done, Patty?
No, but
you should have never bashed his dick. You should have said he had really big balls and not said anything about the dick. So bringing it to the
Tremendous balls.
positive side of that.
True that. All right, I won't talk anymore about him, but I do remember one time I thought I was being fingered and I'd actually been fucked. I did not.
By him?
Yes, but you got to take his name out, though. You take his name out. But I was
Take
like,
out Scott
I
LaRosa's
was like,
name.
when are you going? I go, when are you
Sorry.
going in? And he got, I hope my fiance isn't listening to this. I go, when are you going in? He goes, I was in, and he got all hurt feelings. I'm like, oh, sorry.
It can't be the first time he heard that.
It can't
Anyway. But look, he was a dick to me, so whatever. But I'm not going to say his name.
be. Scott
How long
LaRosa.
did you
Stop
date
it.
him? How long did you date him?
A year?
And you guys were both
You
like
went out
comics
with
on the
that
same
for a
level?
year? Was he funny?
He was one of those guys. Honestly, he was one of those guys I thought was going to be huge because
He thought so, too. He
I-
always talked about
And I guess he turned out to be a little dick and a little comic.
No, I did like a NACA thing with him one time, and I had to go on first,
Yeah.
and this is when they it was in a little theater, and I hate theaters because they make it like a spotlight.
Yeah, the
you
lights
know?
are terrible
The
in your
spotlight,
eyes.
and then I'm used to like the comedy cellar, like a little room where you talk to the crowd, you interact with the crowd, but like if the spot is too bright, you can't see nothing. You can't be going like when you're doing a showcase, you can't be like covering your
Right.
covering your
Who's
eyes,
out
be
there?
like, who's out there? Who wants to fuck around?
Because you have blue eyes, too. That can't take the light.
Right. Huh? No, I did the other night. I was doing a show. I told my wife, so this doing two shows is fucked up because
I hate it.
when I do Kumia show, my wife don't listen because we don't have the subscription, you know.
Oh, I thought you meant
Or
on
whatever.
So you
like
can say whatever you want about
she's
her
like,
on that one.
No, she's like, get the thing. I'm like, yeah, right away. That's on my to-do list because I don't want to fucking listen. Because then I can speak
Yeah.
freely.
I know. Well,
you
that's
know?
because Kevin listens. That's why I feel like I can't say
What,
things.
you're holding back
So-
right now?
Yes.
Jesus.
So this one, I feel like. But anyway, I'm doing a show the other night, and it was the same thing. It was at Bananas in Hasbrook Heights. I'm
Ugh,
name dropping.
gross.
Anyway,
I like that room.
For those two
It's fun.
douchebags.
No, I like that. Those are my friends.
they love
Harlan
Carrie.
and
I mean, they love
Arlene.
Patty.
I love them. I have a great time there.
So anyway, we were at the bit. We moved us to the room in the back
Oh,
because
yeah.
they had a wedding or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
So the lights were super bright. So when I get up there, I'm talking to this table, and I can't really see. So I'm covering my eyes, and then these Puerto Rican women, they're like half Puerto Rican, half Italian, whatever. So and like in Italy, I go, well, that's the same thing to me. And the Italians are like, what the fuck does that mean? You know?
They got offended.
No, and I'm like, I meant like skin color. To me, it's the same because you're
Can.
married. I'm married for skin color, nothing else. I don't marry for fucking credit because I wouldn't have married my wife anyway.
You're so stupid.
So then the woman goes, oh my God, your eyes are so blue. They're so beautiful. And I'm like, and I go, I don't know if you guys can tell, but my dick's getting a little hard. Like I made a little dick joke, and then, but she goes, they're so blue. Then a guy in another side of the room goes, they are very blue. And I'm like, what is this? A fucking not a million fags? Anyway, so
Stop it.
no, so then I'm like, I can't even do my show because my eyes are too goddamn blue. No, because one time I did a show, and a guy came up to me after the show. He goes, you should really mention how blue your eyes are, because the first couple of jokes I couldn't even pay attention because you're so.
Oh, that guy was hitting on you.
No, imagine how crazy I would have to be to start a show going like, hey, I know you guys are having trouble focusing right now because my eyes are very extremely gorgeous blue.
Ocean.
But just settle
Ocean
in
blue.
or look away. Look away like it's a radio show. Just
Ocean
listen
blue.
to the joke and don't fucking look at me directly.
You
My
might
eyes
tell
are
them.
mesmerized.
You'll be
They're gonna-
hypnotized.
Yeah,
So anyway,
they're gonna melt
so
you.
Skylar Rose, I'm opening for him.
Wait, don't say his name.
Oh.
'Cause
So anyway, so I'm on.
he's going to be the whole time editing the shit out.
No, he's not.
And Adam don't even want to do this anymore. He's got Riot K. It's fucking like 7 shows over there.
I know.
Anyway, so I go on first, and I do very not well. Like when.
How is that possible? You're always funny.
Oh right. Anyway, so I do very not well going
3
on
times?
first, and I can't leave because I think I took the train there, some shit, or somebody's giving me a ride. So I'm sitting around, and then so I bring him up, and he fucking kills.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? He reminded me. Remember Mark Pitta? Same
No.
thing, like very good looking. He had an act that like women liked him, guys liked him, and he was just like, same thing. Mark Pitt, I did a thing with him, and I opened, I didn't do that good.
Yeah, he did used to kill. That's
and
true.
he fucking kills. So anyway, Skylar Rose kills.
Stop
and-
saying his
oh my
name.
god, I'm so stupid.
Scott
Like,
LaRose.
I'm literally not even aware I'm saying his name. But anyway, he kills. And then, everyone's talking to him, and I'm like his caddy. Like, I'm like hanging around, like, remember me? But I can't even hang around with it because then they'll be like, oh, yeah.
Oh,
huh?
you
Oh
were
my God,
funny.
you're so great. And they're like, Anyway, they look at me like, yeah, weren't you on the show? I was on the show. But do you remember my blue eyes? No, because even to this day, I don't want to do a show where I can't talk to the crowd because I'm just used to that. And,
Yeah.
and like, I don't do an act. Like, I don't think my stand-up is an act. Like, I'm talking, but I'm not like, I'm not
Performing. You don't perform.
I'm not a performer.
You're
know,
a whiner.
I pride myself on that. I put that on my bio. I cannot perform. No, like I'm not a performer because it's like in New York City, you're not like I'm not a type. I'm not like a fucking fat guy, or I'm not like I don't make a lot of faces.
No offense, Manny.
Don't be mean
No, like
to
if you're
Manny.
like a fat guy, you're already a performance because your body's
Sweating up there.
you're a body type. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm a skinny white dude. It's like they've already seen that, and they don't like Jay Leno and Jerry Seinfeld when the shit started. They weren't performing; they were just talking. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So anyway, they don't expect it. Like I'm not like Jim Brewer. Like I make a lot of faces. Huh? I'm Jim Brewer. Might as well trash everybody. Anyway, I'm Pete Corielli. Am I high or do I have a lazy eye? You guess. Anyway.
Oh my God.
So anyway, I don't perform. So but
I like your quick synopsises of everybody's act. Who else can you do? 30
Hey,
seconds.
Tracy Morgan, am I dumb or was I hit by a truck? I don't know. You, do I have a speech impediment or was I hit by a Walmart truck? You call. It's your call. So anyway, he goes up and makes me furious because as soon as he goes up there, he's like killing right away, and I'm like, oh my God, I suck. Oh my God, I suck. Like the whole time he's up there just killing him, and then the girls all want to talk to him. Like I want to talk to him after I saw his act.
I'm
Like
sorry.
I look up guys like that on now thanks to the internet.
Yes.
Like I look like Mark Pitta. I looked up Mark Pitta and to
What's
see,
he doing now?
So he's hosting I think he hosts a show in California, and I think he was hosting. I was watching. And I'm like, he's not even that good anymore. And I'm like, thank God, thank God, because he lost his looks. He's still handsome. But he's not like gorgeous,
Not a pretty
and he's
boy.
married, and his wife's
Yeah.
probably good
She
looking.
sucked the funny out of him.
No, but it's
Should women do?
one. Some guys rely on. The point is, some guys rely on their looks as part of the package. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Especially when they're younger, because people just like an attractive man. So,
Like
and
that Julia McCullough.
yes,
That
but
guy's
I mean,
cute.
as long as you don't,
Oh.
as long as you can't see his teeth. But anyway, no, he's got- he's
Wait, the
got
guy
fucking-
who... Oh, he was handsome.
Yeah, until you see him
God,
smile,
he's
then you
so
saw like
What's wrong with his
who fucked a rat?
Wait a minute.
He's got like rat teeth. They're all
No,
fucking.
he didn't.
I can't. He did.
They do.
I
They all
don't
cross
remember.
each other. They're all like crisscross. It's like a fucking
He
jigsaw
was
puzzle.
Very
his
good
teeth.
looking. I never noticed his teeth.
Oh my
He's
God.
so fucking
I have.
cute. He's so
all I do
Very
is
cute.
notice his teeth. Even now, when I see him, I'm like, let's keep a distance because I don't want to.
Stop it.
So anyway, But so now, like, I think my act does better now because when I was younger. No, even when I was younger, like my act, like even if people thought I was handsome, like I didn't have a handsome guy act. Like I wasn't just like a casual observations. I was like pissed about a lot of shit, and people are like, "What's he so pissed for?" Somebody would say to me like, "Why are you so mad? You're good looking." I'm like, "I don't know. Ask my parents." You know, like I don't know why I'm pissed. Anybody else liking trash?
I don't know.
Wait, there was a. Oh no. I have a Julia McCullough story too.
I went to Julia McCullough. I used to think
so
he was
bad.
hot. I
It's
liked
so
him.
bad. It's so bad.
I told him he should get out of this. He was the sound guy at Vinny's room.
And then he
I
became-
got him. I recommended him at the cellar, and then because they didn't have any good MCs, so I knew he'd be a good MC. He was good with crowd work, so I told
and was
I
he-
told
did he do-
Esty, and then he got in. And then he goes, thanks for getting me in. I go, yeah, well, And then he goes, well, Attell mentions something to him. I'm like, can I just get one compliment without fucking Attell jumping on top of it? People used to say to me, like, you and Attell are the two funniest guys. I'm like, I know no one's saying that to Attell. You and Brennan are the two funniest guys. They're all saying you're the funniest. No, I was never brought up. I couldn't just get, even my mom's like, I like you and Attell the best. No, it's like, so Julian... No, Julian, I don't even know if I can tell this story. I guess I can.
Why not?
Anyway, so we're doing a gig. At Foxwoods. We're doing a gig at Foxwoods, like a New Year's Eve weekend thing. Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
The Foxwoods and what's the big? Yeah, it's not the Uncaville. What's the other one? Foxwoods. What's the other one? Oh, Mohican. Yeah, so it's Foxwoods.
Son.
No, so
Right.
we're at Foxwoods, New Year's Eve weekend. Yeah. So he brings his girlfriend, So
She cute?
yeah, well, yeah, everybody's cute when they're that age. Anyway, so she's cute. She's from Brooklyn. They live in that fucking Brooklyn thing. Even when I saw a couple like that getting off the fucking M train when I'm coming over to Adams. It's like a young couple. They're like, they probably think it's gonna work out.
yuppie,
It's not
right.
gonna work
It's not
out.
gonna work
No,
out.
they're like vegans, and they're like the guy
Right.
has a beard, and it's like, she's probably like he's a good guy. She's
She
quarter,
likes his music.
She's quarter Asian or half Asian. She's part Asian, I can see. And they're getting off the train. They got off before me, and I'm like, it's not gonna. I want to tell him it's not gonna work out. I go, I can just tell the guy's he's not gonna make a lot of money. I don't know what he does, but he's not gonna make. I mean, maybe he's a poet, maybe he's a fucking
Right.
Def Jam poet or
Right.
something. Even though he was white. But anyway,
it never works out.
so he says to me, so Julian's like, yeah, I brought my girlfriend with me. This is a terrible story. Anyway, so he goes, he brought my girlfriend with me. And he goes, but she's she's really getting on my nerves. I go, how long you been up here? He goes, it's our second day. I go, yeah, it's not going to work out. And I think I told him that. I said, it's not going to work out. I go, I just knew. Because when I met my wife, I'm like, I want to hang out with her all the time. So I said, if you're annoyed with her after 2 days, it's just like
Right.
you just rub each other the wrong way or whatever. She's annoying or whatever. So then he marries her.
Oh, God.
Then he married. I don't know if I told him, said like it's not going to work out. Maybe thought I was kidding. But again, I'm never kidding, right? People laugh, but I'm never kidding. People laugh at shit I say. I'm never kidding. Anyway, so then he goes. Then he gets married, and then he moved to California, and then he was back in the East Coast, and then he was he was at the Comedy Cellar table. He's talking about like
Divorce?
No, he's talking about like they got a kid, and it's and I think Este's like, you never another kid. He goes, no, we're good with one. And I said, no, you should have two because you don't want to have an only kid. And
Right.
he goes, no, we just like it that way, and then she's gonna have a lot of friends and blah blah blah. So I'm still trying to talk myself out of finishing the story. Anyway, so then so I'm like, I go, oh, maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's gonna work out. Maybe living the California lifestyle just makes everything smoother.
Sure.
Smooths all the rough edges out because it's sunny every day. You're just optimistic, and you fucking get a yard in the.
And
San
wasn't
Fran-
he getting some heat on him?
Yeah.
from
And you
Hollywood?
you're living in San Fernando Valley, and you have a fucking backyard and whatever. So then the next time I see him, which is not even that long ago, I walk into the Village Underground. He's on stage. He's like, yeah, I'm divorced. He's doing divorce jokes. So I'm like, what the fuck? And I go, so he gets off stage, or he's talking about he's got a new girlfriend or whatever. He gets off stage. I go, you're divorced? And he goes, yeah. I go, when'd you get divorced? He goes, like 18 months ago. And that's
I told you.
I go, so what's...
Fucking told you.
I said, what's... I guess I was asking some questions about, like, whatever, just practical questions. But I wasn't like all torn up, like, oh my God, that's terrible. So then I told my wife, I come home, I told my wife, I go, yeah, and then now he is divorced. And my wife's like, so you're satisfied? I go, very satisfied.
Because I was right.
Because I knew.
You could tell.
I know. I just knew. It's like if I just told him. I think I told him don't marry her because if you're annoyed with her, it's like when they do the Seinfeld episodes when they go away.
Oh yeah.
And then it wasn't even from that. I just knew from my own experience. If you're dating someone, like one girlfriend I had, I always liked her, but I knew at like a 3-day weekend. Like by the Sunday night, I was like ready for them to fucking die.
Exactly.
So I couldn't take all that time with them. With
Right.
my wife, it was like the opposite. Like I'm not even kissing my wife's ass. I'm just saying, like my wife. Sometimes when we first started dating, I would fuck. I would like when she started to have sex, I'd be like, I'll just fuck her because I want to get over with so we can talk more. Like I just like talking to her. She was funny. We had good conversation.
Yeah.
You know, it was very natural. And she wasn't like a cunt. She wasn't in.
Plus,
she
you were older.
Yeah, but also she wasn't a comic. She didn't work at the Comedy Cellar, so we didn't have to talk about fucking
Comedy all the
Steve
time.
How
Byrne
great a tell
or
is.
we didn't have to talk about other comics,
Do
you know,
Steve Byrne's
or Tim Young. Oh, Steve Byrne, I'm half Asian. Isn't that great?
To Tim Young.
Remember
Tim Young,
that
I'm
thing?
handsome, but I can't get a break. I mean, Tim Young's like one of those guys. I'm like, why is this guy not getting anything? Like
Tim
he
Young.
is
All
so
the
fucking
girls
good
loved
looking.
Tim Young back in
No,
the
and he
day.
was really. And then I heard. This is really speaking out of turn, but.
But go ahead.
I knew a waitress that hooked up with him. She said he took her home and bathed her in the bathtub.
First.
And I think he's like germaphobe.
Yeah, he's
but-
probably
Yeah, that's
washing.
weird.
He was
But I'm
probably
still-
trying to
wasn't
wash Artie Fuqua
No, but-
off of her.
No, but wouldn't that get a woman like so aroused if a guy who fucking
That
washed
would
her
make
off?
me think that I smelled funny and that he was
Well,
trying
you
to get
do,
this.
but anyway, I didn't want. I was going to take you in the back and hose it down. No, but I thought that I'm like, oh my God, this guy is fucking. He's a gentleman. He cleans off his whore first.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't. Anyone you pick up at the Comedy Cellar, she should be washed off. Because a lot of times they go right from the shift to the,
Right.
Well, you always rinse off. You don't have to
Back
have
to
the
the
guy
old
do. You
grind.
got to know to
Anyway.
rinse off.
So no, so sometimes when you're right, sometimes you got to wait 10 years to be right, and I was willing to wait. I was willing to wait with Julia McCullough.
No, you know when the person when I met my fiancé, I wanted to be with him all the time.
Please marry him so you can stop calling him your fiance.
I know I have to marry him.
Are you guys have a date?
No. Maybe we'll get what's that thing where you
Sometime.
just
Why don't you get married on the chit chat episode?
Oh, that would be great.
that maybe I
Patty.
should. But see, he's got this big family. We got to invite the whole big family. It's like 8. He's got 8 brothers and sisters. And
They wouldn't be able to find his place.
Nobody
There's
will
no
find
parking.
this
There's
place.
no parking.
Adam, you know 59th Street doesn't intersect Northern Boulevard?
It does eventually.
Okay, well, a lot of things happen eventually. Like Julie McCullough's going to get divorced eventually, but I have to wait 10 years.
GPS?
Huh?
You're going to GPS. That's right.
No, I took the train.
Okay, but
the 7
you've
train.
also been here before.
I know, that's why I was so confused. I'm walking up Northern Boulevard. I'm looking for a Dunkin' Donuts or something to get a cup of fucking tea. And yeah, I saw the 7-Eleven, so I'm walking up. So I see the 7-Eleven, and then I see 58th Street and then 60th Street. I'm like, only could happen to me, where 59th Street disappeared. Because he said it's between Broadway and whatever avenue. So I'm looking.
37.
I'm looking for 59th, but this is a weird place where streets
It is very
ends
weird.
with the train
Yes.
and Northern Boulevard and Broadway.
It's horrible.
and
It's
streets
everything's cucky.
Yeah.
Whatever
And
the
there's
word
no
is.
parking garage.
No parking garage here. It's
Anywhere.
ridiculous.
Nobody
Huh?
comes here.
Nobody comes.
Because everybody who lives here has
It's
a fucking
ridiculous.
driveway in their house, and yet so there's no parking.
The
on
good
the street.
thing about this neighborhood is I know I can get a hand job pretty quick right after. I won't even have to.
Where do you go for hand jobs?
Upstairs.
They're probably all over the place around
Right
here.
above us.
Don't say that. They'll kick him out.
No, there's a place where they have hand job places because the rent's cheap. I mean, Adam.
Why
came
don't
to
you
the
just
studio.
fuck yourself?
What do you mean
have-
hand
I don't
job
do that
money?
anymore. I don't do that anymore because I just feel sorry for them. I can't. These women.
It's terrible. Those women they're all dragged over here.
I can't do that anymore.
It's terrible.
Slaves.
They're slaves. That's
No,
true.
and then some of them stay there.
What
a
do you
long
think they're
time.
thinking if they're like, they're like, oh god, they're jerking the guy off. They're like, look at this idiot. They've got to be. You know how like when you assess the crowd, you're like, look, this crowd is going to be a douchebag crowd.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they definitely know they're their
I think
clients.
it would turn me into a lesbian because it'd be like, I don't want to see
Another
one
freak?
more
Freak?
jizzy
freak.
dick.
Freak.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's grabbing my ass?
You grab their ass too?
You're allowed
I'm
to
not,
grab
I'm
their
not
ass?
speaking for me, but I've heard. I've heard rumors that sometimes you grab because when you're sexually aroused, you grab something.
Oh, my God. It's
Men are just
horrible.
If there was a
Disgusting.
football, I'd grab that. You know what I mean? It's just something to hold on to.
You got to give him something to squeeze.
It's a hold.
No, you know the last time I went, it's funny. It's a funny story. Anyway,
no. Was this
no,
while
of
you were
course
married?
It's not. Of course it's not. No, but when you say it's I like when people go like when they tell a comic, oh, this is a funny story. Don't tell a comic it's going to be a funny story.
Because then it's going to bomb.
No, because it's like if you're
I'll
if
make
you're a
my own
pedestrian and
evaluation.
you're telling a comic it's a funny story, let them decide. Okay, just tell the story with your fucking bad breath. Okay, they always have bad breath. No, they was like, you're gonna like this one. So then the last time I went to a place, usually you don't see other dudes. Sometimes you'll hear another dude. But anyway, I was coming in and another dude was like leaving, and he was a young dude and he was kind of handsome, you know.
Yeah.
So I thought like at least because I always think it's like old dudes.
Yeah, why
Old,
would
ugly, fat
You know, old-
guys.
yeah,
you know,
no offense,
creepy
Manny,
guys.
but you know, just a certain type of dude who can't get laid on his own. But this guy was a young guy, so and I thought maybe it's not so bad for these girls. Maybe they get
No, it's horrible.
maybe they get
for-
younger
No,
guys.
so
No, it's
they'll
horrible.
get one good-looking guy to like 7,000 fat, weird, creepy hermit,
Smelly.
like
Yeah, what
Imagine
kind of
the
guy-
smelly
Batman
men.
shirt, Star Trekkies.
Yeah, all day, just guys who can't fucking get laid, coming and you gotta give them a massage. The worst part is I always pretend like I don't know what's going on because I want a full massage.
What do you mean a full massage?
Body
I don't want
massage.
them to just go right for my dick, so I want to play the game of like, oh, you do that here? Even though I know absolutely they do that there. But
Did they ask you, or they? I knew a guy. He said they just tap your thigh right there.
Okay, well you know a lot of idiots because they don't. I've never had my thigh tap.
How do they let
My
you
thigh
know?
tap.
Your thigh tap.
Usually
That-
it's like you're a cat, you know, like they're rubbing your back or whatever, and then I fucking arch my fucking ass up, like maybe you want to focus on that area. Want to focus on that area, and then they go in, and then they want to make sure you're not a cop, so whatever.
How do they know you're not a cop?
They
I
check
don't
for
know.
your
They
gun.
they do a credit check. I don't know what the fuck they do. They know somehow they know.
But I don't understand why that's illegal. If they're massaging you, that's part of your body that's getting massaged.
Right. It's like when I was making out with a girl and I came. Is that illegal?
That is if she's
If I
12.
paid her, if I paid her,
12.
if I paid her $4, like if she's rubbing you and you come, is that if she's accidentally rubs your dick 40 times?
I think it should be.
That's 20 too many for you.
It
don't-
should be
they don't
legal.
have-
Then you wouldn't have these girls in these. It should be. I think
They
prostitution
don't.
should be
They
legal.
don't.
I
They
think all
never.
that shit
You
should
rarely
be
get arrested. You almost never get arrested. The cops know where they are. Or whatever. They couldn't bother because you gonna do a sting operation for a hand job place.
Look,
They do in Long Island. They got a lot of
right.
places
They did.
in Long
They got
Island.
they got a
because
lot
the
of them.
neighborhood they want them
People
out
don't
of
want
the
it in the
neighborhood.
neighborhood, yeah.
So but in a shitty neighborhood like where Adam lives.
But they
You
did
know?
a thing. They did a study. They said that even if they had legalized prostitution, it wouldn't cut down the rape. Because people think people get raped
No,
because
rape is about power.
and violence.
Yes.
Right. So it wouldn't stop that. So then
We'll be right back with chit chat after these commercial breaks. Nobody wants to hear about rape. You guys don't even know rape. Nobody knows why people rape, do they?
Yeah, they do. They say it's not sexual.
It's a
not
violence,
sexual.
an act of violence.
It's an act of power, aggression, and violence. It's almost never about
Okay,
the sex.
I do a joke about this in my act, like about how I can never rape anybody because I come too quick. You know, it would just never. I think I've done this on the show, but it would just never get that far because she'd be talking to police, be like, "I thought he was going to rape me." He started taking off his pants, and he said, "Damn," and ran away. You know, so the one thing I don't admire rapists, but I don't know how they fucking consummate it because like with all the excitement, with all like fighting, and how do you even manage to get a dick inside when a girl's pushing you off and fucking biting your neck? And I'd be
this
like,
is not-
her
I'd be like,
fingernails is getting all
not-
your
how
DNA.
how do you
This is
even
not
how do you
right.
right?
No,
I
stop.
guess we got to take this out too. It's gonna be the bleeped episode. Like everything's
a bleeped
bleeped.
episode.
Here's what I don't understand: the rape when they rape like a 90-year-old woman.
That because it's about.
I get it, but it's weird.
That's not
It
right.
is weird.
That's not
Maybe
right.
they didn't like their grandmothers or
Oh,
something.
come on.
Ah.
Why do you guys? Why do
They
you guys,
can't hear you because you're not on the
But
mic.
how often do?
He said, "Did you see
Yeah, but
what
that
she was
happens
wearing?"
too. Those are just Those are just fucked up dudes.
There's only
But usually they
mentally ill.
rob them, right?
No, they
Beat
no.
the shit out of that
They
one
beat them
woman.
up.
They beat her.
I
He
usually
beat her.
don't rob them before.
No, you break into their apartment.
Yeah.
And then
Yes,
you,
and then they just.
And then
I
you
try and
just
help them
rape
with their,
them?
their groceries and
Well, at least if you
Yeah.
raped them when they're 90, they're not going to get pregnant. You know what I mean? On top of all
That's
these
right.
other things.
I like that
Right.
you always look at the bright side.
Take
How
that
about
out
that
too,
one
Adam.
guy? How about that one
and she'll
guy?
make you coffee after too.
How about that one guy that
Maybe try
raped?
some crumb cake.
Listen
for
to
you.
this. There was a girl in a
Bunch.
car accident.
First of all,
She was in a coma. One of the orderlies or
God.
whatever, the
Oh, I've
cleaning
heard
guys,
that, the
cleaning guys
Yeah.
or whatever, raped her. Was repeatedly raping her. Nobody
Terrible.
knew.
Ugh.
Wait. All of a sudden, her stomach started getting bigger and bigger and bigger. She was pregnant.
Wow.
She was just a body because she was a vegetable, but the
Right.
parents wouldn't take her off life support, and they ended up having a baby girl. And they found out it was one of the guys, whatever.
Oh my God.
What a dick.
It looked like the orderly.
Looked just like the
Had the
orderly.
candy
well, what
stripe
is
outfit
the
on.
woman doing well?
The woman
The
was,
baby.
The baby's fine. The baby's a normal baby.
I can't believe a baby can come out of a person in a coma and be
She's
all
in a
right.
coma like a vegetable.
Well,
Everything
that's when
works.
you. That's
And
when
the
you just gotta
grandparents
be
took-
amazed at the human condition. Am I right? Let's
Yeah.
try to wrap this up beautifully.
Are we wrapping it up?
Yeah.
Baby,
How
I'm
long we been
amazed.
on?
No, it's-
Yeah, like over an hour and a half.
No,
Oh,
like
oh,
no,
let's
like
go.
like if you're a midget and you can make a regular sized person, that's like a miracle. Isn't that a miracle?
That is.
It
You're
is.
just gonna go like.
That's
I
a
mean,
miracle.
If you're a
I mean,
midget and you get a person in a coma pregnant, that's
Yeah, like if you're a
'Cause you
midget,
gotta climb
and-
up on
like
a
if you're a
chair.
midget, if you're a midget rapist and you rape someone in a coma, and then they're normal size and have a huge dick, like isn't that? I'm just trying to touch all the bases.
What about Scott LaRose?
I can't believe you said his name, Patty.
Again.
But I feel like I'm
Do
the
not-
worst. I
you
feel like I'm
can't
the worst
believe-
influence on you because she would have never said it in a
I
million years
never
if I
would
wasn't
talk
here.
about him. I haven't talked about him in fucking
No, 'cause
30,
I'm like
40
say
years.
the name. I didn't know it was going to be him. I don't even think you should say his
don't even
name.
know why I
His career.
when she described his penis, I know who it was.
Oh, just
It
because
wasn't micro. It was just not average.
No, he
it was
just-
smaller than average.
he was just one of those guys that was just. I thought he was going to be huge. I thought he was going to have a sitcom. Like even when I used to see, hear stuff about him or whatever, and then when he's on Facebook, and I'm like, oh my god, this guy didn't make it. Like what the fuck, man?
I never even heard of him.
No, he was fucking. He was just one
He
of
was
those
on like
guys
those
that they got up and
VH1
say-
shows,
he
right?
was- huh?
Was he on like the VH1?
Yeah, he was like one of those guys. Like, hey, he was like a soap opera kind of good-looking
Yeah.
guy. Like he was General
I,
Hospital.
I saw a picture of him. I didn't think he was
I
that
think he's that
good.
good
He's
looking.
fucking gorgeous, but and
Well,
I sound like a
Kevin.
complete, you know what? But
Queero.
no, but women have different tastes. I think women don't like a guy who's pretty, you know. And
He was
and I
very
think-
skinny, like tall and like little skinny,
Lanky?
quick legs, skinny.
Yeah, but he was just he was just he
Why
was like
did you
TV
go out
handsome.
with every fucking
He had-
comic, Patty?
He had a
Who's
penis like a
every
vagina.
comic?
Huh?
He had a
Him?
penis like a vagina, didn't he?
Him
Forget it.
and what was the other guy? The gay guy you went out with and married,
Eric Kornfeld.
and then wasn't there another one?
No, who else did I
Oh.
date? That
You
was a
dated
comic?
other comics, didn't you?
I might have. I'm not going to say if I did.
I try to stay away from that.
Yeah, right.
I did.
Yeah, you try, but they're there and it's late. They're there.
People do get lonely.
And they hit on you. Guy comics are very charming and funny, and they fucking hit on you. And
Plus, another thing that women like about guy comics, I think, is like most guys don't talk. You know, like it's like guys do jokes about how, like my wife talks a lot or whatever. Guys always complain that the wife talks a lot, and they're like, I don't, whatever. But that's like the stereotype. But like women like a guy who talks because most guys don't talk. They don't,
Yeah.
Right.
and they're funny and they have a personality. Where most
Yeah.
guys are like, I like sports and I like to eat I like to eat meat. You know, I mean, most guys are like
Boring.
they're idiots.
Boring,
you know?
yeah.
So, and I'm not talking about the fans. Actually, I'm talking about the fans because you motherfuckers, I swear to God. No, they're always like, I had one guy who was going to go to Bananas this week, and I'm not going to name his name. I don't even
And did he
know his
show
name.
up?
No, he's like, I'm getting my whole family together. He goes, my grandmother just died, so we need to go
There
out
was
for
an
comedy.
oh,
So
there you
I'm getting a group together. And I'm like, where's the group? Where's the group?
It was
didn't
just
come.
No,
him.
but the thing is, again, they're so spoiled with this free shit because going to a show takes a little bit of effort. Where doing a podcast, you don't need a group. There's no group effort to listen to my fucking podcast.
That's right.
So they're like, I don't need grandma, and I don't need all my aunts and uncles to sit around and listen to fucking Kevin Brennan. So they're like, we're gonna come. Come. By all means, come. But they're all like, no, blah 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 blah. So what was I saying? What was I talking about?
No idea.
Look, Adam's got his jacket on Riot Kiss.
He's
I
trying
think
to
he's
go.
shooting at Riot Kiss today. Are you leaving?
He's
I
leaving.
What was
think
it?
you-
Does anybody remember what I was talking about before I
Any
jumped on my
other
fans?
any other comments on the thing?
Too crazy.
Okay, there's the microphone. Anything
one
interesting?
guy actually did
Talk
write
into the
something.
microphone.
One guy wrote something that he said. Hang on one second. He said, "Watch Ben Shapiro. Everything he is saying is a fact, but now the liberals will label him as a racist because he's just stating factual statistics."
Who's Ben
Yeah,
Shapiro?
Ben Shapiro talks facts. Like he'll say, like 85% of the crimes are committed by 15% of the population. Like he does all those statistics.
He's on a podcast.
No, no, he's on like CNN or one of those
He's one of the
radio.
news
He's a
people.
news people. He says that
CNN has.
Well, I'm not saying
They
CNN.
let
I'm
Jews
just
on
saying.
CNN.
Stop it.
Shapiro.
And then he'll say stuff like, how come 75% or like 98% of the pregnant teens are black, or like, and they're saying he's racist, but he's giving actual facts.
You can't be Ben Shapiro unless you're black. You can't give statistics about black people unless you're black. But then even if you're black, they'll be like, "Oh, this guy is turning on his own people." So people don't want to hear statistics because then they go, "Oh, then their blame game is done."
It's done.
Then they can't go, "Oh, first of all, you don't know what you're talking about. You're just making a shit up to make." Because then if
How do you know you're white?
No, if you prove it's a fact, then they don't have anything to blame but themselves.
There are facts. There are facts, but there are also things.
But you're a
that
liberal.
contribute to facts. There are things that
Yeah,
contribute to facts.
I'm not saying it's all.
I am
it's
a
all,
liberal.
I'm saying there are things that lead to this, but you can't just go like it's all because of white people or it's all because of this. So I'm saying my point is if you're a black dude, don't get your girlfriend pregnant. Don't be a fucking stereotype. If you're a woman comic, don't suck. Don't suck.
Right.
Because then you're feeding it like that night. Those nights I was doing at Bananas this weekend. They're sitting there going, "Holy shit!" It's like a black dude taking out his big dick. You know what I mean? You're fulfilling their stereotype of what they expect. So they don't expect women comics to be
funny.
Especially they were older crowd, so they don't expect women in comics to be funny. And then she wasn't. Then they're like, it reinforces what they're already thinking. So if you're black,
Why are you
don't
yelling?
fucking have a kid. That's why even Chris Rock, he's like, don't have Dave Chappelle. A lot of times you don't have to have a fucking kid. Don't have a kid. Pull out, wear a condom, because otherwise you become a fucking stereotype. So if you're Irish, don't be a drunk. If your name is Shapiro, tip when you go out.
Right.
All right, can we end
If you're
now?
a Greek, don't have a huge hairy bush.
Wait, there's one
What?
question for
What?
Kevin.
Nobody told me that.
There's one question for Kevin. Do you take the name brand NyQuil or the store brand?
Who's asking? CVS?
There's
No,
one
I
that-
buy CVS because
CVS
it's sweeter. No, it's cheaper, but it's delicious.
Okay.
I seriously, I don't know why people do heroin. No, I'm not even kidding. When there's NyQuil out there, NyQuil just
What does
fucking-
NyQuil do
NyQuil
for you?
could
just
kill you.
knocks me out.
It
Just
could kill
knocks
you
me
if you
the fuck
take it.
It makes
out.
you go to
If
sleep.
you take
Yeah, it
NyQuil,
knocks me out. I could just murder somebody, and if I take a shot of NyQuil, I'm out.
it's bad stuff. If you take NyQuil with
never
like
taken it.
Tylenol, some other bullshit, you could actually overdose.
Yeah,
You
die.
can?
You could die.
All right, so I'm at I'm gonna
Wait,
do my
wait.
quick plugs. I'm on May 20th. I'm supposed to plug this thing because I can make more money. May 20th, I'm in Stone Harbor, New Jersey. Another thing, people are always like, "Oh, when are you gonna come to South Jersey?" I'm coming May 20th.
So show up,
Okay,
people.
so
Yeah,
don't be
come,
like,
you
"Okay, you got to
motherfuckers."
give us notice." I'm giving you notice. It's a fucking month out. You pieces of shit. So they.
Oh, wait, am I with you on that?
Donate, yeah. Donate. I asked you too, Carrie. Patty's like, I can't drive that long. I can't because my neck.
6 hours away.
I
6
can't-
hours away.
I can't look out the window to the left, so you're gonna need super mirrors. You're gonna need a big mirror on the right and a big mirror on the left. So if you get a
I'm some
U-Haul.
local. I'd love to work with you local.
No, I thought you'd be easier because now
If you
Carrie
could-
has to drive through fucking Manhattan or come around.
I'll make Manny
so you
drive
could
us.
just go right through New Jersey and pick me up, and I could meet you on the highway.
I want to see you perform. I want to see it.
Manny will drive us.
So anyway, so people. Another thing, fans are like, well, when are you going to be? I'm coming. I might be doing a date in Chicago in June, by the way, because people are like, when do you come to Chicago? I might be coming in June. So don't be bitching to me like, when are you going to come? And then they go, you know what?
We
Something
couldn't.
came up.
The-
Some always comes up. I know people don't want to go out because they want to fucking go. They want to watch fucking TV.
the podcast.
You know what the biggest night for Netflix is, Adam? Friday. Really? Yeah. Biggest night for Netflix. So it's like Friday. It's going to be soon. Friday night is just going to get worse and worse for comedy
clubs,
because it's just going to be like people are like, we're going to go Saturday because that's the day. Because Friday is a bad day for comedy because people are tired.
Yeah, they've been at
come
work
to show.
all day.
That's when you get the worst. It used to be in the old days. Friday second show was the worst show because they're drunk. They're fucking.
A Friday late
they're
shows suck.
heckling. You know.
the heckling, they're angry.
But sometimes a Friday show can be fun. The early show can be
Thanks,
fun.
contrarian Patty. Not all black people are rapists. Sometimes I think. Sometimes, do you? Do you think sometimes? You think outside the box? We're talking about generalizations. That's what stand-up comics do. I like when people go like, "Why, you doing a lot of Yeah, that's what we do. I can't be like every fucking anecdotal situation to disprove my point. Sometimes black people do this. Sometimes Irish people do this. Sometimes women are cunts. Not all of them.
Most of them.
All right, are you done?
Yeah, I'm
Carrie,
done.
where are you going to be?
They make meth out of NyQuil. That's what
Really?
David,
Are you shitting
That's
me?
what David Ward said. That's one of your fans.
Wow.
That's one of your fans.
Come to the show, David. Tell me in person.
Where are you?
I'm going to be. I'm doing a Have to Laugh gig on Long Island somewhere. I have no fucking idea. This Friday.
Eric Haft's gig. So go to
that's
your
a
website
Have
or
to
his
Laugh.
website.
It's called.
Yeah, the
Have
May
to
20th
Laugh.
gig, Carrie will be with me if you want to meet Carrie. And Carrie might let you rub up against her.
And rub my back or my feet, whatever you want. And then Saturday night, I'm doing a John Roach gig in the Bronx somewhere.
Who's
it's
John
a benefit.
Roach?
I don't know.
I thought he still does gigs.
It's a benefit for some kid who's sick. So I'm going to go do that.
Does he listen to your
I-
podcast?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Maybe.
All right, I'm going to be at the James Wilson Young Middle School in Bayport, New York for Kit, because it's her middle school. So
That's far out. That's a
your
5-hour
book,
ride.
Patty? You literally have an old book.
Look how big that book is.
because I can't see. I
Do you have like old phone numbers in there? It's like a Fonzie kind of a book. Look under else. Here's
It's a black
Skylar Roses
book.
in there. Oh, damn. I never learned. I guess you'll have to take that out because he won't even know what we're talking about if you take out the first one.
if you take out all the other ones, then. Okay, Manny, where are you going to be?
Well, I'm performing Thursday through Saturday, but one thing that I'm performing at is the veterans comedy class that I'm teaching for 10 weeks now. It's going to be at the Centeridge VFW on Friday at 8 o'clock.
At the what VFW?
The Centeridge VFW.
Centeridge?
Yeah,
Center Reach.
Centeridge VFW in Suffolk County.
Okay.
And it's going to
Center
start
Ridge?
at 8 o'clock. Last year there was 417 people.
And this year is 5.
This
Get
year,
out!
yeah, this year is a bunch of people, and I'm
5
actually
You're the
people.
headliner.
I'm going to be headlining the show of the veterans
Fabulous.
I taught.
That's why it's not going to be successful.
So yeah,
All right, and
Are
what's
you
your other?
teaching a class too?
yeah. I teach. I'm 4 years in. I'm teaching a comedy class. Jay Leno called me. You know, it's really cool.
Or how are you teaching a class after 4 years?
They just asked, and they say,
Who
"Do you
did?
want-" The
veterans.
veterans. They said, "Do you want to teach veterans
Oh,
comedy?"
you teach veterans how to do comedy.
Yeah,
'Cause he's
so
a veteran.
and literally they're all brand new veterans from age 30 to 70 years old.
It's very cool you do
and
that.
it's a 10-week course, and Friday is their big debut, which I'm going to follow after them. And then I'm performing Thursday. I'm at the Crazy Fork in Mattatuck, Long Island. And then
Is that a comedy club or a restaurant?
He's working more than any of
yeah,
us.
and then Friday is the Centeridge VFW.
That's another thing. He has a hook. Like he gets all these veteran gigs. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like Voss was telling me he gets sometimes he gets those NA gigs. I'm like, I ain't got no gig. Maybe I'll say I'm a binge eater. Well,
Or bulimic. You're a bulimic.
Yeah, will that fill out my schedule? If I like to puke, they'd be like, you don't
And
your
eat it?
breath doesn't stink like you puked.
You puke
I'm like,
and
no, I
eat
just
it.
puked after I ate. I stopped at the Wawa and I had a meatball sub and then I puked.
But right after the VFW, I'm performing at in Northport.
Nobody cares,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I know,
North
but
Fork, where are you in North Fork?
I'm at Nina's Pizza Place and restaurant.
And he's going to pay by
And then-
pizza.
And
Sunday?
and then Saturday I'm at
Wait,
Macaulay's Pub for a veteran foundation.
All right, enough.
These are all just restaurants that turn into comedy clubs?
Yeah, like I'm just getting people just ask me to be on.
You don't
gigs,
think he's
so-
that big
And
because
they're
they
all
pay him?
veterans?
No, not all of them. Like I'll perform on maybe like 3 veteran show a month or something like
He
that.
just performed at Gyrolicious last Saturday,
How'd he
and
do?
he ate 3 platters. He cost me almost $75 in food.
During the show? I mean, after the show or
no,
before?
well, during while he was emceeing.
I had rice stuck in my teeth while I was performing. It was horrible.
He eats a lot.
Is
A
that
lot of
it?
times you don't see fat people eat. Am I right about that? Or you
Yeah,
have a
they're
story
hot.
that can contradict what I
There
just said?
Wait.
Some fat people
I've seen
have a-
fat people eat.
thyroid condition.
I've never seen Dave
There's one-
Attell. I've never seen Dave Attell eat at the Comedy Cellar.
Ever.
Never.
I've
I've
never
fat, a
seen
lot
him
of
ever
fat people
eat.
you just don't see eat.
He's
They
not fat though, is he?
don't- He's fat enough, and he lost weight. But
thought he
fat
was
people
fat.
usually, I think they take it. I think they do that shit. It's
Privately.
It's privately because it's like a holy moment for them.
That's
Yeah.
like me with drinking. It was
Yeah.
I liked it alone.
No,
Okay.
I've
What-
seen fat people eat like
Little bit.
little bit, and then you're like, well, he just ate like a bird, and he's 600 pounds. How
Yeah.
is that possible? Because they go home, they unhinge their jaw,
Right.
and they
Yeah.
shovel
Cheetos
everything-
and the-
right.
Chocolate
And then
cake.
Sunday,
Oh,
I'm
my
at the
God, he's
East
still-
Meadow Public Library at 2 p.m. in front of 400 people. 400.
Why is he working more than any of us? Like put together.
'Cause he's
all
a
three
veteran.
of us?
Well, you could work for free too, Patty. Whatever.
No, this is
Adam, you got anything
one
you
of
want to
them.
plug?
One of them is not a paid one. All
Adam's on
the
my
three
shit
of them
list
are.
now too.
Three-
Everyone's
three
on my
of them
shit
are.
list.
Adam We're here at the Rec Room in Queens. That's the name.
that
of
you'll
the
never
studio.
find off of 59th Street.
Yeah, the
Or
Rec
for
Room.
Northern Boulevard.
Jim Gallagher, you want to plug anything?
He forgot his big book. But
All
Jim
right, you guys,
is gonna-
thanks for having me, and
Thanks.
Thanks for having us.
God bless.
Yes,
Sorry I was late
thanks for
again.
having us.
I'm always late. I'm not even a diva. I just have bad luck.
Luck. Okay. You know what I do notice though when maybe I shouldn't say this,
Don't say it.
but when you did the show with who's that guy with the big dick?
Lenny?
No, the
Kevin
bring
Hart.
up Lenny. No, the white one. Jim
Jim
Gaffigan.
Gaffigan.
When you did the show with Jim Gaffigan, you were early, so you can be early when you want
But
to be.
I was also at the Comedy Cellar, and plus he was late, so I wasn't
Yeah,
that
that's
early.
true.
It just depends on the train, but I'd take 4 trains to get here.
I know it's really hard to get here.
All right.
All right, thank you.
That was fun.
God
It was
bless.
fun.
Thank you.
Bye.